What up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for MUFC Unfiltered podcast on a Sunday evening, talking all things Manchester United, man. And listen, we've just lost to Man City, 3-1 convincingly. Anybody that tells you anything different is in cuckoo land and it needs his head tested. I'll be real with you. But listen, to discuss it all with us, we got man like Ash in the building. Ash, how are you, mate? How's life without United, eh? How's life without United?
You know what? It'd probably be nice. Imagine. Do you know what I mean? It'd probably be nice not having to kind of deal with this like semi-states of depression. And, you know, I was expecting today us to get smashed, so it's not as bad as it potentially could have been, but we're coming away again feeling humiliated, and it's just the case with United under Ten Hag and United over the last couple of seasons. But outside of United, life's good, and hope everything's well with the boys and yourself, Saeed. So and chat as well, looking after yourselves, and we'll discuss the fallout.
Yeah, for real, man. Flawless. What are you telling me, man? What are you telling me?
I'm blessed, man. All good outside of Manchester United. I had to put the shirt on because for those that don't know, obviously we joined before we started. I seen Ash in the red and black, nice United jacket. I seen Saeed in it as well. I was like, I feel left out. So I was like, all right, let me put on the United shirt, like legit. But I see. And we got Leon in the United shirt as well. But outside of Manchester United, I'm blessed. Again, expected defeat, which is terrible. Like, as bad as it was, I'm just glad it wasn't worse. And I'm sure we'll discuss this, but I was fearing the worst in regards to scoreline in this game. I was thinking this could be record-breaking if City were on it. And fortunately enough, obviously we'll discuss it during the show, but fortunately enough, they were not on it 100%, and we was kind of on it defensively. And it's a 3-1 loss. We move. Anyone who's super mad about it, did you expect any different? It's like, were your expectations high? Were you expecting what? Because Rashford scored that banger that we was going to go on and win the game or maybe get a drop. We all knew we was losing that game. Might not said it. And as soon as it went 1-1, it was a question of, all right, when does City get their second goal? But hey, we move.
Yeah, for real, man. Big up to Leon, man. That scran probably looks better than United's performance, man.
Hell yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy with the performance today. The boys, they tried hard. Rashford, Screamer is back. Do you know what I mean? We've seen it all. We've won a lot. Ten Hag, best post-match Nah, do you know what? Didn't expect anything different, but in reality, hope everyone's blessed, by the way. Yeah. In reality, with that performance, we could have definitely got something out of the game, but I'm sure we're going to dissect it. Like, I think it's when I rang you, Said, you seemed like really disappointed. And obviously, like, I know you didn't expect us to go there and stick it on them, but you probably look at that game back and think they didn't even play well and they beat us 3-1. Do you know what I mean? So, but no, big up everyone in the chat as well. Big up Flawless, big up Ash, big up Said. And obviously, we're still repping. Do you know what I mean? So, we've still got it on in it.
Oh, man.
That's all we can do in it.
Yeah, man. For real, for real. Big up to everyone who's locked in. 1,000 people already in here. Make sure you like the video. I mean, also, Eric Ten Hag was okay, but Phil Foden is what Rashford should be. Listen, man, I want to get straight to the comments in it of Eric Ten Hag post-match comments. Before we start anything,
boy. Yeah. Someone take his microphone away, man.
Let's start with his comment. He said, the players gave everything. The performance was very good. It was
the players
very small margin. So is everyone hearing that right now? Yeah, he's saying the players gave everything. The performance is very good. It was very small margins, not just small margins, very small margins. So what I'm going to do, is I'm going to bring you stats of why it wasn't small margins. Yeah, I'm just going to bring you that right now. So if anybody can see that right now, can anyone see that? Is everyone looking?
Zoom in a little bit. Just a little bit if you can. If you can't, it's calm. I'm sure the chat can see it.
Okay, yeah. That's the only thing I can zoom in.
All right,
I you can see that right there. So it says expected goals 3.32 for Manchester City. Even though there was no penalty. So normally when you have a penalty, the expected goal goes up and it kind of makes it look like it's more than it should be. United 0.26.
0.26. Right.
Yes. Yeah. Possession for Manchester United 74% to United's 26%. Total shots 27 of Man City to 3 of Man United. Shots on target 8-1. Shots off target 8-2. So, guys, and people in the comments below, was that small margins? Was that performance was good? Like, this brother needs to stop effing waffling and telling us, yo, the process is good. We're going on a good trajectory. Things are good. Yo, bro, you are bullshitting. You know when a man's lying to my face? I hate that, bro. Like, saying we're good enough. Saying this, what? Broski, it was not good. We literally sat back for the whole game. And you expect something different. Are you crazy, bro?
Saeed, maybe small margins means something else in Dutch.
And you know what the man thing as well
You know
is?
what it is? You know why he's saying small margins, Saeed? It's because of what he said last week. Ten Hag is finally making sense. We don't see the bigger picture. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We don't see the bigger picture. So that's why, man, we don't understand
Eddie,
how
man.
small
Eddie. Eddie's all right.
Eddie, man. I made that joke in because if Double A was here, he would have definitely ran with that. So big up to Double A.
But you know what's mad, yeah? Before even all that, yeah, this is what he says before the game. So this is it. This is my man before the game, my guys, yeah? This brother, it's not even Ramadan yet, and he's talking about hungry and eating. And, bro, he's saying here, we have to show how hungry we are. It's eat or to be eaten, and we want to eat. Every player show passion, desire, determination, and intimidation if necessary. Broski, we got it alive today. So your funny words and your funny talking, you got it alive today, my friend. And you're talking about eating and Broski. How about we just play better football, yeah? How about we have a plan, second half? Man's talking about eating and all this shit, bro. I couldn't give a shit about that. Broski, what's your tactics?
You know what?
He's lost it.
Ramadan's coming and this is really harambo right now, innit? Do you know what I mean? Eric Ten Hag has to answer for his sins, man.
No, he sounded like Sully from Top Boy. I'm saying you're either a monster or you're food. And I could never be food. Currently, we food. We are food. Went to Rhino, dinnered.
Stockport food like that.
Broski.
I think he's buzzing. I think he's buzzing that we've just not conceded 6 or 7. Do you know what I mean? He's hype. He's got out there thinking, whew. You know what I mean? We scored. You know, that was a great performance. We actually scored. We had a shot. I mean, we didn't concede 5.
Broski, you know what's mad, yeah? Big up to Nedu. Big up family. Let's pray, brother, father. I pray you deliver for us from the shackles of Ten Hag and Manchester United. And Father, may the ones who support this fraud answer to you on Judgment Day. I'm speechless. Shout out to Nedu, man, because he's been on this from day one, you know. So always salute to Nedu. Mikaya says, the old man called from Africa to let me know that I should scramble the 3 eggs for breakfast. Salted FC. I'm big up to you, man. Nixman says, lads, I'm done. Eric Ten Hag out today, no ambition. You know what's mad, yeah? People can say to me, why you mad, Saeed, and why you this and that, yeah? I heard all of that, yeah. I knew we were gonna get beaten today. But my thing is, yeah, is that when are we gonna stop fucking letting Man City embarrass us and it becomes acceptable? Like, it's never acceptable for Man City to effing embarrass us every single time. Do people actually get that? I'm not accepting just getting embarrassed. I'm not accepting, you know what, at half time, you just let them off the hook and you let them do what they got to do. I'm not accepting that. The substitutions were awful. Yeah? The substitutions were awful. The game management was awful. We had no clue what to do. And now he's talking about 5th position. Are you serious out of your mind? He's talking about getting 5th spot.
I knew this was coming. Shameless guy. I knew it was coming, man.
He's a shameless. Look at him. I'm going to bring the quotes up. I'm bringing the quotes up now.
What the quotes did you say? What did you say about 5th? What did you say about 5th?
He said here, number 5 position in the league can also be a position for the Champions League, so we have to fight for it. Do you realise in your thick skull, yeah, that 5 might not be an opportunity? Do you realise 5 might not be an opportunity? It might be top 4. But what he's doing is he's shifting the goalposts. I don't fucking care about a Champions League spot here that you fucked up this season, yeah? You fucked up this season. What do we care about a Champions League spot? You've embarrassed us this year in the Champions League. You're talking about 5th. What's this celebrating Champions League football of when you can't even get it fucking correct in this season? Seriously. He's talking from eras come to an end to talk about 5th position. He's taking a piss.
If we go back in there, we're going to get even more embarrassed. So he's really, really like stirring the pot. It's almost like when a girl's wound you up and then she just keeps going and it's like, you'll just leave it there, innit? Like, he just needs to like just relax because like, what business have we got in the it's all the gal analogies for us. It always comes when you're on it.
Oh yeah, because it hits home. That's why.
Yeah,
that's
you know,
why
she
I'm
keeps pointing you like, don't hit them nerves in it, and then she just keeps doing it out of spite, innit? It's like my man now, like, is a joker, yeah. Sorry, my man now is a joker, yeah. What business have we got in Champions League? How dare you talk about 5th because we got 4 points out of 6 games and you seen us bottle against Copenhagen. Ash, what would you say Copenhagen is as a standard of football? Would you say League 1, League 2, League 3? And they might just crossed to the back post and just done us dirty and kicked us out. Right? What business have we got?
Bro?
No
but
business.
You know what's mad, yeah? But you know what's mad, Ash, yeah? This is the sort of performance that Burnley do, Ash. This is what teams
100%.
down the bottom of the league do. They sit back. Burnley, if they sat back with all them players and lost the game, congratulations. You know what? You tried, but you didn't try enough. But United, I'm getting told to say it weren't that bad. Do me a favour, man.
Listen, and we didn't even counter well. Like, I could understand if we did the Burnley tactics. Do you know what I mean? Well, I mean, to be fair, Burnley are playing a little bit more expansive, but you know, teams who are sit deep. How many times do we break out? How many times do we hold the ball into a corner? It's madness, and he's talking about getting 5th. Spurs are 6 points ahead of us, yeah, with a game in hand that takes them to 9 points if they win that. 9 points. How many games we got left? We're expecting. We still got to go to Liverpool. We still got Liverpool to come. Do you know what I mean? We've got Arsenal, I believe, as well.
Arsenal.
Do you know what I mean? Arsenal, Liverpool.
Bro,
like, these are just more embarrassments. Under this manager, what have we seen? What have we seen, though, Liam? We've seen 7-0s. He should have been sacked at that 7-0. That right there was a sackable offence. No Man United fan should have to live with dealing with Liverpool fans 7-0 to 6-2. We shouldn't have to deal with this shit. Do you know what I mean? That's any man with a little bit of shame kind of owns up on what comes out and says, you know what, this job's too big for me. I can't get these players performing. I can't get the best tune out of these players. This just isn't for me. Do you know what I mean? No, he's shameless. He's clinging on to a job. He's got to go. He's got to go.
You know what's mad, yeah? I think, what was that stat that you said?
Sorry.
that you said there, Ash. Tell
Right,
the people
listen to this, yeah? They had more shots than we had possession. They had 27 shots. We had 26% possession.
Wow.
They had more shots than we had possession.
No way.
Yep.
What?
Like,
And
what are we
just the
talking
blockouts.
about?
Yeah. This
Yo,
is true,
that
this
is
is true.
wild. That is wild.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at
mad,
that.
man.
They had more shots than we. Yeah, that's wild.
We had more shots than we had possession.
They had more shots than we had.
It's haram, man. I swear down to you, man.
Ten Hag ball.
I swear down to
That's
This is
crazy.
Ten Hag ball, man. I don't care how many injuries you've got, man. There's no excuse. And by the way, this is the fewest shots, anybody's had against Man City all season. All
Yeah, 'cause
season.
it was 3 in total. We had 3 shots and 1 on target, and that was all in the first half.
Yeah.
'Cause we had 0
Yeah.
shots in the second half in total.
That's
How
the
many
least.
records have we broke
when
this season?
Broski, are you mad? Arrest him now, bro. I'm telling you. Like, genuinely, I'm being serious, man. Arrest this guy now. This is a Dutch fraud we've got now here, man. Listen, this brother has to pay for his crimes, And maybe Nuruddin is right. Maybe he does deserve the humiliation. Maybe he does deserve to be the worst manager since David Moyes. Because if he carries on this way, we have 11 losses this season, Yeah, 11 losses this season. If he carries on this trajectory, he will be one of the worst managers since Alex Ferguson. One of the worst. I couldn't care less about this 60% best manager since Fergie. Fuck off. Seriously. I've had enough of this. Oh, but you know what? He's had the biggest money to spend, The most control
400
any
million.
manager's got. 400 million, and he's been told, go shopping, go out there and shop for yourself. This is him. 16 losses this season. Are you taking a piss? 16 losses this season. And
There's
I'm supposed
managers
to
out
accept
there
that.
who would have spent 50 to 100 million. If you said to a manager right now, when Ten Hag came in with the players that he had when he come in, obviously it was a poor United squad, but there's managers out there that could have gone, you're only allowed to sign 3 transfers and you can only spend 100 million in the next 3 years, There's managers that would be producing more than what he's doing now. Because my prediction that I joked about, me and Flawless, I was busting joke with you about this on yours, I was joking about we could end the season with like 5 to 10 goal difference. Bro, it's a reality now. And I said that before Christmas. That's when I was busting joke like a little bit in my head. Bro, -2 goal difference and we're in March. The run coming up does not tell me that we're going to score 3 a game, 4 a game. There was a stat the other day.
-2 goal difference.
He's never scored more than 4 goals in the game, has he? He's
Yeah,
never scored
don't
3.
get mistaken. Like, we could end the Premier League season with close to 20 losses.
Mate, we could end it with that goal difference.
I still can't get over
less
that
than
stat
50
with the
goals.
possession and the
Oof.
shots.
Oof.
That's I've heard a lot of like damning statistics. That's the worst ever. I don't think I've heard a stat worse than that. And the crazy part is, it's like I expected the performance to go the way it go. I'm just glad we didn't get humiliated in regards to scoreline. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, City weren't good. City weren't like on form. They weren't playing great.
That's the worst part about it, Ash. When you look at them from an offensive standpoint, take Foden out of it. You look at Haaland, De Bruyne, Doku, Bernardo Silva, Alvarez when he got on. None of them were fantastic, and they still won comfortably. So imagine two out of them, 2 of the players I just mentioned were actually on form. What the scoreline could have potentially have been. Bear in mind, Foden missed a 1-on-1. Haaland missed an open goal. Yeah, we had a couple chances, and obviously the Rashford banger as well, but I didn't expect. Look at our front four was McTominay, Bruno, Rashford, Garnacho. I was like, we ain't doing nothing going forward.
Think about it, If Rashford doesn't score that banger, what kind of a game are we watching?
And that was a miracle goal.
You know
What
what
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You
what
don't- you don't score them every week.
Yeah.
And you know what's mad? We were sitting off them from the first minute. So that was the kind of the game plan. Sit off them for majority of the game and then hoping for a counter attack. That was what we were doing. Hoping for a counter attack. That was the plan.
And we don't have and the crazy part is, even though I understand that game plan, we don't have the attacking players for it. McTominay, Bruno, Garnacho on for a counter attack.
The guys that can actually look after the ball when you counter attack.
That's it. Like, they don't have anything technically like that, and then they don't have the physicality. Yeah, Rashford can. That's why he looked like our most dangerous player, because Rashford can actually run away from people. And then you go, all right, so you don't play counter attack. If we go toe to toe, what's the score? If we try and go and be offensive and get on the ball, this comes down to how this manager's been managing us and the players we have. There is nothing we could have. There's nothing I look at and go, if he does this differently, it's a different game. There's no game plan. There's no personnel. That's why I was at acceptance before the game. Like, Just don't get humiliated scoreline wise. City are going to dominate the ball.
Flawless, really and truly. A good manager in that game would have gone, we've got to play on the counter because you can beat City on the counter, yeah?
So what plays do we play?
You could have played 5-3-2. You could have literally just played 5-3-2 and just made the numbers in a 3 and a 2 up in it. Like,
but even on a counter attack, what you need in a counter attack is pace. Take Rashford out of it. We don't have that.
Because even if you got Mino, Ericsson,
where's the pace?
That's why he threw the game away there. Why is he taking off Rashford?
Listen,
he takes off Rashford. He takes off Rashford. He takes off Rashford at the times when you actually don't need to take him off. Like that was an outlet that you had. And you didn't. Outlet. For me, it was take off Garnacho. Take off Garnacho because he was gassed and tired. Take him off, put Anthony on that side. And then
what about Ahmad? There. No more Ahmad again. Nothing.
You know what I mean?
Just a sec. Let's just go back to that counter-attack football, yeah? If we want to play counter-attack football, who spams long balls in behind? What did he do with the only guy that spans long ball in behind? He puts him right up front so he can't sit deeper and span the long balls in behind. He can't give those balls to Rashford. He can't put those balls over the top. Do you know what I mean? So it's just counterintuitive what he's doing. It's madness. If he was going to play counter-attack, what he should have done is allow Bruno to sit a little bit deeper and spam the balls over the top for Garnacho and for Rashford. Instead, he's way up there where he's playing a striker himself. I felt sorry for Varane today, though. Do you know what I mean? Varane just put everything into that performance today. Do you know what I mean? He was everything in that back line. You know, and we're looking to get rid of him in the summer, and Ten Hag's been falling out with him, and he's not been getting into the team. Like, what are we talking about?
Shame on you, United fans. Let me look in my camera. Shame on you, United fans, that want to get rid of Varane and Casemiro. We've got no quality in this squad right now, and you man want to say they haven't got any legs anymore, and they've got no quality. Bro, where's the rest of the quality in our squad? Shame on you, lot.
Especially Varane, man. Best box defender. And let me just read a couple of super chats here. Big up Strawberry Milk says, I'm happy we lost. Hopefully Ineos will sack Eric Ten Hag before the end of the season. Wow, it's getting graphic now. You're flawless, easy with the salt, brother. Big up to Adam Fahimi says, good isn't good enough, but fifth would be great. Oh my God. Adam, please cook, please cook. Shorty T says, talking about we're hungry. As soon as the full-time whistle went, he ran down the tunnel, leaving the players to face the fans. Coward. Wow. Did he actually do that?
I've seen that. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. What he did is he shook Pep's hand and then he disappeared off camera. And I thought, that's where the tunnel is. And he just dipped. Yeah, he dipped.
Nah, man. Coward, mate. Coward. Big up to Knowledge. My guy from Miami says, I'm pissed off on a flight going home. This lunatic said, I think it was a good performance overall. See what I mean? Am I a prick? He needs to be evaluated by a psychiatrist. I've had enough. Saeed's voice. You know what's mad, yeah? It's true, you know, man. Imagine you've not watched the game, yeah? Imagine you've not watched the game today and you've just, you know what I mean? You've been family, you know what I mean? You've been out and about. And then this manager and the post-match, you say, you know what? Let me just read the post-match comments. It was a good performance. You're thinking, oh, you know what? Not too bad then. Yeah, I mean, I'll go home and watch the highlights. And then you go home and watch the highlights and you've been battered from pillar to post.
What highlights?
You know what I mean? You've been barely had the ball. Yeah, you've barely had the ball. And you fucking got absolutely hammered, yeah? And obviously the scoreline don't reflect it yet, but let's be honest, mate. If it weren't for Onana today, could have been more. So that aspect here, he's lying to the fans. And for me, that is cowardice. If you're lying to the fans, yeah, own up to it and say, listen, it's not good enough. We should have done better. I should have done better. It weren't good enough. But what he's doing instead, he's lying to the fans. And when you start to lie to the fans, yeah, everyone who backed you beforehand won't back you now, mate, yeah? They won't back you now. It's as simple as that. They won't back you now because you're lying to the fans that are going there and watching that pile of shite. Yeah? They're watching that pile of shite, mate. Yeah? Yeah?
Part of the process, isn't it, though? Do you know what I mean? It's part of 10 hours process.
Look at this here as well. Look at this here as well. Look at this here.
That is crazy.
Yep. This is another one as well here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the passes inside the penalty area. Look at this.
What's that, second half?
This is crazy. Yeah, I think this is the second half, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Second half.
On the edge of the box as well.
And it was 0 of 1 successful.
Wait, that was a Garnacho one.
That's Garnacho.
Yeah, the Garnacho one, yeah.
And it was unsuccessful. So we played 0 successful passes in 45 minutes.
0.
We played 0 successful passes into the opponent's box for a whole 45 minutes plus of football. Bet.
It's not like the stats said it was all at the edge of the box and they defended well and rare, like literally one. Yo, bro.
Like I said, there's nothing else that he could have done, and that's a direct indictment of the manager of this team. Where I look at it and go, anything we done, I think this is the same outcome.
Oh, was that
It's
Coventry?
exactly
Yeah.
the same outcome. It's exactly the same in regards to maybe a worse scoreline, but it's still the same. It's like the point, like when Said you're saying at the start, like when's it become acceptable? Like it's not acceptable, but it's the reality. Forget what we want to happen. It's the reality that this thing happens. None of us were confident going there to get a result. A draw would have felt like a win.
A draw was on the cards.
You know what it is? You know what
A
it
draw
is,
could have
though,
been
yeah?
there because we
The
had enough
manner.
of the ball in the right areas to go and hurt them. But hey,
Yeah, but if you're, it's like, you know what it is, yeah. It's like
Go
you're a boxer, innit? And you know you're not better than someone, but it's the way you get taunted. It's the way they kind of, you know what I mean, like Leon.
I get
It's
what you
the way
said.
you do it. Like it's like you know you're gonna get beat. Don't get me wrong. It's like you know there's a prediction, yeah. But still, when you watch it, it infuriates you. That's what it is with Ten Hag. Even if I know the outcome, it still infuriates me because there are opportunities to change a narrative. I want the best for my United. I don't want to lose. Like that comment before that, I'm not that kind of fan. I want what's best for United, yeah. So change the outcome, change, like set the narrative that man's tactically good. Like man can do it for 90 minutes. And also, how many times have you seen Ten Hag play for 45 minutes? How many? Luton away, Aston Villa away. Who else was it again? What was the other game? Tottenham
Wolves.
at home.
Wolves
How
were
many
in the
times?
first.
Yeah, Wolves. How many
Wolves
times have you
majority,
seen this manager play for 45 minutes and then say for the second half we come out absolutely clueless? How many times have we said that? That's why for me,
And he comes
it's
out and
more.
says we played well. He comes out and says we played well afterwards. Crazy guy. Do you know what I mean? Like I think
Oh,
yeah,
God, seriously.
Ask yourself as a fan, what is there to buy?
What
is there to, I
No,
wouldn't have it.
this is you know what it is though. You know what pisses me off? This guy is the biggest Man United fan channel. This is the biggest Man United fan channel, yeah. And this is the attitude and the reaction of someone who owns.
Oh, we know what it
Man
is.
United fan
We
channel.
know what it is. They want to get the
Are you
passes to
crazy?
United.
He's been paid off, man. That's what I'm saying. They've been paid off. They're not going to give you real reactions. I don't know why people watch this shit. Man are talking for the sake of talking. Man said robbed, you know.
Are
Bro,
United really spending money? Are United really spending money on PR? Is that what they're doing?
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
To change a narrative. It's about narrative. They've been told, set this narrative. Set this. Whatever happens, make an excuse. There's no real opinions anymore, man.
They're scared to say
Come on, man. Man said robbed. Robbed for what? Do you see the stats? Do you see what the game went?
I know he's going to say that was a penalty. You know, the Ganacho foul. That's what I'm saying. That's what he'll say. I'm telling you.
That's the shameless channel. But anyway, we can move. That's shameless, that. But you know what?
Embarrassing.
Bro.
What can we buy into? Like United fans, I respect all of your opinions. So if you turn around to me and you go, give him another year, you're entitled to your own opinion. But just explain to me how you've got there. Because I'm not saying you can't have that opinion. But me, I just can't do it. Like I literally can't because there's nothing.
Leon, you base your opinions in reality. That's why, mate. It's not deluded dreaming, do you know what I mean, of nonsense that makes no sense. There's nothing that we've seen from this manager that's shown us that we can get behind him and back him. What is good about this manager? He's got bad talent ID. He's got bad tactics. He's got bad player management. What is he good at? I'd love to know. I'd love someone to explain to me what is one thing that he's good at, he's decent at. He's not the man for United, do you know what I mean? And anyone getting behind him, they're sabotaging the club, do you know what I mean? It's madness.
I think for me as well, Asher, it's like a question, like, because me and Nagy are tight in it, yeah. But Nagy has a completely opposite view to me with things, yeah. But one of the things we spoke about in a stream a little while ago, Said, was where's your base level at? So where is your base? Like for me, I expect my team to play good football I can watch, because if not, why am I watching football if I don't want to watch good football? And then I want us to be able to, even when we've got a bad team like this now, or we're structurally run bad, the way the league is fluctuating.
Tottenham Hotspur, Leon. Yeah. Tottenham Hotspur. Let me show you Tottenham Hotspur's team that got a draw.
I was going to say, just while you're getting that up here, I was going to say, a couple of years ago, it was like City, Liverpool, there was a massive gap. And it was like, do you know what? For us to get in top four, we've got to play well. Now it fluctuates. There's not that much points. Yeah. We know for a fact, we're 11 points behind, what is it, Villa or whatever now. Is that what we are? 11 points behind you.
Yeah.
There are 4, 5, 6 games within the season that we could have won better, and other games that we lost that we could have won 100%. And it's just basic stuff. Like right now, that other channel will turn around and say Amrabat blamed for the goal and rare. Nah, bro. It's how you tactically set up for this game. Like this game was poor. Like the players, you watch City and they were just chilling in second gear. Yeah. You watch us, we were just so frantic on the ball. Like it was just it was just, it was really bad. Like the amount of times that Bruno McTominay gave the ball away at the top of the box, right at the top of the box, and they don't hoof it, and they just pass it to the opposition was mad. So we deserve what we get.
But yeah, no, 100%. And this is a team. This is why I say like injuries are an excuse, man. Like I'm sorry, man. This is
No,
a
you can't
Tottenham
say
team
injuries.
that got a deserved draw. They got a deserved draw at their stadium with no centre backs. There are no centre backs, guys. Look at the team, bro. Brian Gill. Are you taking Brian Gill? Are you taking Lo Celso? Are you taking Brennan Johnson? Come on, mate. Come on, mate.
Saeed, half our fan base would say that Rashford's better than Son. Half of them would say that.
And that's the point I was going to
Come
get
on,
to
mate.
is that's the difference in that Spurs side and that in
Come
their
on,
attack
mate.
they have an X factor. We don't have no X factor in this attack. This is why when people are like, you're gonna win and score goals, I was like, from who? Even when we've gone there and people say, oh, we have a good record against City away, or we've got wins there. There was X factor in the attack. There was a Pogba, there was a Sancho, there was a Martial in form, there was a Rashford in form, or maybe the team was in form. Everything was against us leading up into this game. What attackers? Who was scoring the goals? Especially on the counter attack. The only pace we have, Rashford, is severe. He was strongly out of form. What are we talking about?
And here's
like,
the
it's
thing.
like people don't realize or look at what's going on. Like, get out of your feelings and actually pay attention to what is on the pitch and what is ahead of us. What we like, the best we could have got today was a draw.
I'm glad that Højlund didn't play because he would have been the first scapegoat straight away.
The thing is, you know what the crazy part is? I think Højlund gets the way the game went, and even when we got into situations of winning the ball back, I think that game's perfectly set up for Højlund. I think he probably scored. I don't think we win or nothing like that, but I think he's at least a threat.
I wouldn't trust the manager to say Rashford or Garnacho, one of you's got to sit out, and I've got to play someone who's a bit more sensible. Ahmad, come on, and that changes everything that you do right there. Just that one sub, but I don't trust. There's nothing I can trust. There's nothing. I don't know what he's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't trust the manager. It's just more so of the talent. Like
the only thing he did well today was he moved Dado to left back and put Cambola right back. That's the only thing I don't even give him ratings for that. That's just basics. Like you should be doing that, yeah.
Bro, listen. Big up to Kalutz said, bro, what's your realistic pick to replace this bald fraud? Listen, man, I've said it. Hansi Flick, Ruben Amorim, you've got the Inter Milan manager. Listen, this idea, realistic, Ineos will make their choice be known. You know what I'm saying? Manchester United is still a project that people want to come for. Like this idea that Man United can't convince top managers to come to. We've been in the doldrums and we've got Mourinho, Van Gaal in the worst position Man United have been. So this idea United can't get a good coach, it's a myth. It's an absolute myth. Big up guys. F Goldbridge, come on, you already know. OC 91 says, listen, I'm an Arsenal fan, but Eric Ten Hag's press conference are more delusional than Potter's was at Chelsea. He's living on another planet. Bro, it's crazy though. What did Graham Potter used to say? The lads tried, innit? He said something like that, innit? Lads tried and whatnot.
Though, yeah. Poch be saying more, yo. Like I think Ten Hag,
Poch as well,
Poch's press conferences, like I was in tears hearing some of the stuff that he was coming out with. I thought it was made up. It was that bad. Some of the stuff he was coming out with yesterday, 100%.
Bro,
can I just go on the managers for the moment? You look at the managers in world football. You got Amorim, you've got Simeone, you've got Diego Simeone, you've got Simone, Inzaghi, you potentially Deserbi. All Deserbi's having a bad time of it. But there's managers out there. That will come to this club and perform. And if any manager doesn't want to come to United, then you don't want that kind of manager at the club. Any manager worth his salt, he's going to want to take on this challenge and push this team forward. I think it's already set. I think already we're looking at managers and you've got the opportunity. Nagelsmann and Hansi Flick as well, by the way, and bringing in either of those two is a drastic improvement of what we're seeing from Ten Hag at the moment. So this idea that there's no managers out there to replace him, there's many managers that can replace Eric Ten Hag. Yeah,
it's a myth. That's just people protecting Ten Hag. So because he's doing such a bad job, and like you said, Ash, what can you name that he's good at? So rather than defend Ten Hag when he's being criticized, I'll just criticize all of the potential successes. So I'll just criticize Flick, Inzaghi, Simeone, Deserbi, etc. Like every manager doesn't have some form of black mark on their resume. There's no perfect manager out there. Every single manager we could point to, we could name our top 10 and look at it and go, well, he's not done this or he's not done that. But you have to run a risk, but you run a risk with every single manager. Everyone's a risk that's been successful. What are we talking about here? But that goes to show how bad he is. They can't defend him. Same way fans will do it with players. Oh, well, Bruno has to play because we got nobody else. kind of rubbish is that? Everyone else
It's
is
rubbish. Yeah, you can change the system straight away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you just continue to play a
Yeah.
player who is out of form or is just not good enough. Or
It
a
makes
mix of
sense
both.
of why they wouldn't back 10 off, because they're not adaptable in their mindset to think that things can change. Like right now, people, yeah, this is where you've got to reset your mindset. We are not United of old, and we're not looking for what we've had of old. So you need to stop looking at, this is my opinion anyway, and I'll push it onto people, yeah. Stop looking at some manager that comes in and that has to revolutionize everything. We don't need that right now. We're in the gutter. So because we're in the gutter, big up Traps as well in the building. Because we're in the gutter,
Big up.
Yeah, stop looking at, this manager De Zerbi's not good enough, and this manager Potter's not good enough, and this Inzaghi's not what I want, and yeah. We're so bad right now. This manager's ability to actually do everything right now across the board in everything that he's doing is so poor. Basic managers. That's why people think I'm joking when I say like Gary O'Neill would do a better job in this role. I'm not saying I want Gary O'Neill. The level is so low right now.
Yeah, you do.
We want. I'll take Gary, but
Bro.
we only need to get a man. I know Gary O'Neill right now would be right on the edge of top 4, just because I know he does the basics right. He would pick the team that is in form.
The
He
basics
would manage
right.
the players better. These players are unmotivated. He's picking the mad selections. His in-game management is like amateur. I mean, if any of you lot got the opportunity, if you were sat in Old Trafford and they said, "Yo, just want you to do in-game management for this half year," all of us would make a better decision easily. Easy piece of piss. Do you know what I mean? But he doesn't.
100%.
Like Said, it must frustrate you in the ground because you're sat there watching it and you're seeing the most obvious things, and then this guy's like, "Nah, I'm gonna just sit there like this."
Yep. 100%. 100%.
And did one
Big
of them
up to,
comments talk about, before you get to the next one, Saeed, about cycling through managers? Yes, that should be the aim. Cycle through managers until you get through the right one. That's what we've done in the history of Manchester.
It's worked.
It doesn't exist. Stop looking for a third.
Yeah, but even
It
with
worked at Barca, worked at Bayern, worked at Chelsea.
It works at everywhere. Any single top club has cycled through managers. Like this whole myth, we don't sack. So what did we do between Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson? When managers not sacked during that period? What are we talking? You sack managers until you get to the right one. City did it. Liverpool did it. Real Madrid. The list goes on. Chelsea did it.
Breaking news, people. That's what Ineos have done at Nice. So expect that at United.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you know what? What you're saying there, Flawless. Yeah, our most unsuccessful periods have been when we've held on to managers too long. Between that Fergie and Matt Busby period, where we've held on to managers way too long. So we've seen with the club. Do you know what I mean that holding on to managers for too long, it's a myth. It's fabrication that you don't see in Europe. You don't see it in Spain. You don't see it in Italy. You don't see it anywhere. It was a miracle that happened with Sir Alex Ferguson. People talk about Arteta and all that. Arteta he's not winning anything, and he focuses everything on the league. Okay, he's playing decent football, but he's not winning. You go to Barcelona, you see him chopping and changing consistently. You see him win the league last year. You see Bayern, the moment that they seem a little bit off form, they're chopping and changing. Bayern have had 9 managers in 10 years. How many trophies have had how many league titles have they won in those 10 years? They've won 10, 11. Do you know what I mean?
How many Champions Leagues in that period? There's not like 2 Champions Leagues.
Exactly.
So it's clearly working then. It's clearly.
What have Arsenal won the last 20 years? Do you know what I mean? A couple of FA Cups.
Exactly. Big up to Drew says, I'm a City fan, but Said is right about Eric Ten Hag, no identity. Only football is scarier than this. Instead of some other PR channel, you are spot on. Thank you, mate. Thank you for the kind words. 2.5K in the building, guys. Let's get to 1,000 likes, man. You know what I mean? I know you're not here to basically, you know what I mean, shit on us and that, but if you are here, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to everyone's channels. Ash, Sarcasm City, roll to 10K for him. Leon's Reality, and obviously Traps is going to be here regardless. Before we get onto the Amrabat cooking,
I knew he was going to say this. I knew he was going to blame the whole game on Amrabat.
No. Listen. I know I'm getting cooked for Amrabat, yeah. But
no. Let me stop you right there.
Traps is not happening.
Let me stop you right there.
Let's start the game.
You are not doing no damage limitation for this one, bro. Forget all of that. You're not explaining yourself this time.
Hey, so you tried the Ten Hag thing, you know.
For 6 months, bro, yeah? 6 months I went to listen to you. You are not doing damage limitation. You must think you're Ten Hag trying to do damage limitation in 60 minutes today, bro. No chance. No chance right now, bro. You have been picking up this fucking geezer, bro. And man's been telling you he's fucking shit. He's absolute shit. I showed you the other day. What did you do the other day? Did you not play in fucking that Taiwo Oniwani, what his name is? Did he play him in like he's a winger the other day? Yeah, and you said he had a good fucking game. That guy's fucking shit, mate. And this is my point, yeah? You, man, have been backing mediocrity, blood, for too long, yeah? You lot think, I heard what you said as well. You know, in the man talk. Yeah, but like, I've been giving Big Steve ideas. You've been giving Big Steve them ideas, bro. Not me. You have, bro. Yeah? You have. Yeah. Because I told man today, yeah, I am not hearing it. These man used to come out at the fucking at the Etihad, yeah, with man like Darius Vassell, Robbie Fowler when he's washed up, and batter man, bro. They used to do that. So I'm not hearing this with this excuses and fucking that man had the opportunity today. He found himself in a comfortable position at 50 minutes. 50 minutes. He knows full well this team is not going to be able to go toe to toe or do anything else. He knows he's seen Garnacho lose the ball 500 times, yeah, in the fucking match already. Yeah, it's time to park the bus, blood. It's time to park it off, bro, and make man run. Get the ball, run, and draw fouls and try and wind the clock down. If we leave over a point, then no one can't complain. But to go and do that, yeah, and then what? Man's gonna sit there and think you can say, "Oh, I know." What was you gonna say about Amrabat? What was you gonna say?
Amrabat's our guy, man. He's not had any games, man. Don't get on to him, man.
What I'm gonna say.
No, Leon's such a shit
What I'm gonna
story,
say is that for me, that was it. Now that was it. I backed him too long, yeah.
Side's out.
His ass back to Fiorentina. Listen, Florence. What's the capital of Fiorentina? Is it Florence? Florence.
Fiorentina. Fiorentina is the place. Is the club in Florence.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
These
Florence.
man really thought, yeah, that they
there
could.
You go.
Because man got ducked down. Man ducked down
Mbappe.
They got sold the dream because he ducked down Mbappe in the World Cup. That's what you man. That's the strength of what you man. That's the strength you man are going off. Who the fuck watches Fiorentina, bro? Who watches them? Who watches them? Who fucking watches them, bro? No one watches them, bro. Furthermore, they're fucking shit. Yeah, they're fucking shit. They're about as good as us right now, bro. So what are you telling me? Man was telling me Amrabat is going to transform the midfield. Are you mad?
I don't know who said that. That wasn't my comment. I don't know who said that. Who said that?
Crazy.
That
is crazy.
Straps. Bring up the receipts. Who actually said that? Who said that?
Look at this guy.
This guy's lying.
It was Saeed, yeah. It was fucking Saeed.
I
didn't say transform. Hold on a minute. Use my words correctly. I didn't say transform the midfield. I said it was a decent signing. But
did he say?
Listen, horribly gone wrong.
Bruv, don't listen.
No, I didn't say transform.
Listen, he is doing damage limitation right now. This guy back,
bro.
Yeah, back to the high hills.
It's a loss, isn't it? We take the L. I'm happy to take my L. I'm happy to take my L. What about your boy McTominay? Can we talk about him? What about your boy McTominay? Can we talk about him?
Oh, what about
no, we're not. No, we're not, are we? Another
wait. Hold on, wait. Did I tell you?
Are you going to talk about him? No, hold on a minute. I'm talking this right now. This guy wants to stink on Amrabat. Been here 5 months here, but he's the same guy that backs McTominay. Do you or do you not back McTominay? Yes or no?
Listen. I can explain myself. I did not tell you Scott McTominay was going to transform anything for 1 year. I never told you.
No, you don't. Don't do that. Don't try gaslight that. Do you or do you not rave about Scott McTominay and say he's not the problem? You say he's not the problem.
Hold on. I told you, yeah, Scott McTominay is a decent squad player. Now, Scott McTominay scores goals for club and country. Find a way to make that work for you. He has attributes that you can use. Don't use them every week. Don't use them every hour, but make that work for you because you got him for free and he can score goals. So make that work for you. If you does it, that's my point. Yeah. Man can't turn around and tell me that you.
No. Leon. This is not the same guy that comes on a man them talk, yeah, and says, "Yo, you man need to stop. Put some respect on McTominay. You man here, put some respect.
Hey, put some respect on McTominay.
And the man them talk. Do you not say, yo, when he scores a goal, yeah, when he does certain things, yeah, you say, yo, you man get onto Scott McTominay too much. Yeah, but the whole thing, yeah, it's not about him scoring goals. It's about him overall as a football player. What you're doing is, yeah, you're making it look like McTominay has a purpose. He has no purpose for Man United. Goals or no goals, Scott McTominay has no purpose for Man United.
Scott McTominay, people. Just listen to this. Yeah, by the way, but it's fine. But what I'm trying to listen, who's our top goal scorers? Who are they?
Hoyland, Garnacho.
Garnacho, yeah.
All right, then. So all I'm saying to you is, yeah, Scott McTominay has been getting your manager out of jail, yeah, this season. So you can't have chat for Scott McTominay.
And that's not a good thing.
How can it not be a good thing? How can it
You
not
know
be?
what? But
Scott McTominay,
Because he should have been sacked earlier.
someone said this on the show,
Yeah.
though. Who was it? Someone mentioned this and was like, actually, shout out to Lex when I was doing the Premier League show, the Yardman edition. And he mentioned this. And he said, if Scott McTominay is your best player, that's an awful indictment of where you are. And that's fact.
100%.
I never
If
said
Scott
he was the best
McTominay,
player, but
no. Okay, but one of our but he's one of our better players, right? One of our, all right, I won't say better.
He's
Okay,
contributing.
okay, Traps,
He's
one of our most,
contributing.
yeah, okay, so the same thing still applies. If Scott McTominay is having a major contribution to your season, you are going nowhere.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what it is?
You are going no.
You're
That's
right.
facts.
It's facts. You know what it is? Traps
Scott
basically.
McTominay.
Listen.
I'm
I've got
Rabat.
Traps on this one. Yeah, he's not saying that McTominay is like we need to keep him. He's the answer. Rara. I think he's saying in the shitstorm of what we are right now, he's basically saying you can't talk about what Amrabat brings to the table because Scott basically, when it's all shit, is still contributing to the squad. He's not saying he's.
I don't mind shit
here
versus
forever.
shit. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But
It's shit
my
versus
mind
shit.
is that get the whole toss out. Bruno Fernandes, all of them. Get everyone out. Get
You know what it is?
everyone
I
out.
had to
want
question-
everyone gone.
I had to question the comment because you said Harry Beckenbauer before, so I wasn't sure if you said transfer
This
in
is
the
what I'm
midfield. I
telling
wasn't sure.
you,
Yeah, I'm not
but
sure.
don't-
I just wasn't
Sister,
So
sure.
why are we bringing out? Why are we bringing out? Why are we bringing Passinzo?
He's
Hold
a
on.
Saeed.
You lot are bringing Passinzo. You can never
Trying to get
forgive a
you
guy
Saeed,
who
man.
sins. Yeah. Listen, in life, yeah,
I forgive you,
people
Saeed,
sin.
man. I
Yeah,
forgive you.
exactly. People, we've been forgiven. The sins are gone now. Them sins are over. Lockdown, everything. Yeah, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. Yeah, that's in the past. But what I will say is, yeah, you will never see me gassing this team up again. I'm
Yeah.
telling you now, right now. Bruno Fernandes, all of these players must go. All of them. Lindelof is at our fucking football club, and we're having a chat about these players, Amrabat and all. Lindelof is still here. I'm relying on Lindelof to stay awake for 90 minutes. Are you serious? I'm waiting for Lindelof to stay. Broski, come on, man, guys. Lindelof
I
is
hear
still
all of
here.
this, yeah. I hear all of this, but at the same time, man found ourselves in a pretty good position way into the second half. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's up to the manager. And if I look at Leon, and I know that Leon can only do this for a certain amount of time. When it gets past that time, I'm going to make a decision on what I'm going to do with Leon. Because if I don't, and anything happens, who's it on? You're going to sit there and have the same conversation. Oh, Leon can't do this. Leon can't do that. Leon can't. But we already know this. We already know it. So who is it up to? Who's it up to? Come on, man. This is what I'm trying to tell you. There are tools there. Today, he could have got something out of the game. He could have. And
Yeah, he could have.
What
But you know what it
happened
is, though? You know what it is, though?
By the
I'll
way,
be honest
Traps,
with
yeah,
you.
thanks
You know
for
what it is?
comparing me to McTominay. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah. That's hella disrespectful.
Go on, Florence.
man.
You're
That's
gonna say
what
something
you
there.
got,
You're
boys.
gonna
I
say
was gonna
something.
ask Traps, what do you think he could have done different to get us a result in this game? What would you have liked to have seen him do different?
I would like to. Do you know what I would have liked to see him do?
Yeah,
I would have liked to see him do this, because he found himself, 1-0 up,
Mhm.
And I don't think he had any plan for that. He couldn't believe his luck. I don't think he had a plan for that. Yeah, he thought, fucking no, I'm 1-0 up. Yeah, maybe I've set this team up correctly. Maybe we can go and win this in some sort of fashion. He started to believe his own fucking hype. No, bro.
So you would have liked to have seen him go more attacking?
I would have liked to see him, go ultra defensive, and stink the gaff out, stink the gaff out and frustrate City and get the win. I would have loved to seen that. Simple as that. Because at the end of the day, right? Do you know what that shows you?
You know what he did though? He did though. But what he did was he had the wrong
He went half and half.
So do you reckon? What would you have liked to have seen another defensive, like another centre back come on, maybe, and a back five?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is Lindelof playing left back? I need to understand, why is he playing left back? He's played right back in his career. Delo can play left back. I don't understand why he's playing left back, right footed on the left. I don't get it. Like, what's going on there? I mean, why is Garnacho not being taken off near half time? We saw in the first half he stank the place out. Why are we bringing Anthony in, who's a much better defender, better tracker of the ball? Do you know what I mean? Okay, he's not going to offer anything going forward, but like Traps is saying there, he'll shore things up a little bit. Madness.
I think
he's been making bad substitutions all season. You saw with the Maynard Nottingham and stuff.
See the last half an hour.
Yeah.
See if he sticks the gaff out half an hour, brings another centre back, goes ultra defensive. At least you can turn around and say, this guy understands that these men can't do the job.
Yeah.
Blood. He understands it.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand he doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand it because if I'm bringing players on and I'm shutting up the shop completely, locking up the shop, padlocks, alarm set, everything, yeah, then I know that these men can't get this over the line. I have to force it. I'm gonna have to force it. So that's what I'm saying. You're not seeing anything with him. And to top it off, man goes and says, "Oh, I think we had a good game." Suck your mum, man. Seriously,
No,
man.
it's bad, you know. It's really bad. You know what, Traps? You know why you bang on? Because every other game he brings on defenders at the end, but this one he doesn't.
Exactly.
Literally every game, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
With
What
Ten
was this?
Hag,
When did
let
they
me
go
just
1-1 though?
Huh?
What was this? When did Foden score? What minute was it at?
I
70 or
think it was
something.
70th minute.
it was
70
like
odd.
60, 70, yeah, 60, 70, yeah.
I'm not
I
asking.
think-
I'm genuinely
Foden
asking.
scored.
You know, with obviously you knew it was gonna thingy. You know, with Ten Hag, this is
No,
why
actually, it was 56.
Yeah, it was
56,
Yeah,
actually.
that's what I was gonna
50
say. I thought it was slightly earlier than
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's what I
sorry,
was
sorry.
asking.
56.
Yeah,
56.
it's all
shout
good.
out, shout out manager in the comments. Leon is seeing the patterns of Ten Hag. It's not hard to see them; they're awful. But
Yeah.
you know, with Ten Hag, this is why I will never back him because right now, yeah, I said a couple of weeks ago that he's just crying. He's not got 3 players. Yeah, if you are meant to be
Yeah.
the manager that lifts us up as a club, you should be able to work when your back's against the wall. And right now, it's about the key decisions that you make and the motivation that you instill in the squad and the development that you give this squad that would help us get towards top 4. Even if we just miss, I agree with what Adam said on your show. I think it was last night, where Adam said, even if we'd have got close to top 4, even if the points was the same now, but we'd scored a lot more goals, I could see patterns, I could see a style of play, I could be like, yeah, you know what? The squad is really bad. But you don't moan to me about you on a summer and rare. We're on -2 goal difference. Bro, we're on track to score 50 goals in a season out of a squad of 20-odd players. Bro, that's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
And this is
And don't
acceptable.
talk to me
This is acceptable.
about, you said earlier, Saeed, I want to make top 5, yeah? What are you going to do in the Champions League, bro? What are you going to do? You're going to just shame us even more. We're going to turn into the new Arsenal who can't get it out of the group and that. No, I'm not in it.
This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, like this is what I'm trying to say. This is why this fan base, yeah, absolutely stinks. And see today, yeah, the things that I've been seeing over the last couple of days, all these little memes and all these things of being scared of Man City and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is a derby game, bro. Yeah, there's no question about it. It doesn't matter about where you are in the league. Doesn't matter about when it comes to this game. This is a game, yeah, where you have to just you have to pull it out. You have to. At the end of the day, you have to. No matter what. I'm like I'll just come off and never have. And Mont said it best here. Mont said Ollie would have been eating today, mate.
Yeah, Ollie would have
been for real.
He would have been eating.
Listen, Ollie knew one thing, and that was counter-attack, and he did it well. One thing that Ten Hag can't do. He did it well. What is Ten Hag? No, but hold on a minute.
But
what is Ten Hag the master at?
He's the master of nothing. But in regards to counter-attacking, Ollie wouldn't have been able to do anything with this lot because we had nothing to counter-attack with.
Yeah, but he might have still got a draw. He might have still got a draw.
But he might have still got something though. He might have still got something though. He made Dan James. He made Dan James dance around Etihad.
Yeah, but we don't have it. The point I'm making is it's the options you have available. I hear it in regards if it was a fully fit squad.
He would not so Palestri. He would not so Palestri.
So now we're talking about personnel beforehand. Fully get that, but I'm saying with this, like, I'm giving Ollie no credit.
Here's the thing, yeah. It's not just you're making. I get your point. You're saying today. It's everything that led up to today. I said,
okay, I heard that.
I think I said on yours the other day that because he's not rotated and adapted and built the squad, yeah, he's not got players that he can turn on to. Like, he should have really been developing who's on the bench all season and within our squad for season. So then you can draw for them players and be like, I played you in the last 4 out of 6 games. Bring me something. But everybody's cold that's coming in. No one's motivated. It's just turned everyone the wrong way. Do you know what I mean? So I do get you. I'm not disputing that Ollie might not have, and I'm not disputing that the personnel is shocking.
You can get the best counter-attacking manager in the world.
Probability of chance of doing that because he's literally just not played anybody. Like, you can't just go. I know we don't. I know Trap's done an Amra about that, but you can't just say. Let's just say he's a player. Forget the name. Yeah. Just come in cold and give me something. It doesn't work like that in football. You got to play these guys.
I get that point again, as well.
You are right, Leon, but at the end of the day, the onus is upon the management, how you're managing your squad, mate. So it doesn't matter if a man comes in cold and can't play. Yeah, you can say he's shit. I think he's shit. Like I said, you said Amrabat. I think Amrabat's shit, and I thought he's shit from day one. But the reality of it is, you can give him that excuse. But this is my point. What you see, this is what I don't understand about this fan base. Yeah, you see when you see any other team in the league, yeah, when it's going left for them. You can either identify whether it's the manager that's getting it wrong or it's the players. You can't identify it here. You can't identify it.
You know why you can't identify it, Traps? Because it's both. That's why.
Both.
That's why you
No,
can't
no,
identify it. 'cause both.
but it might be both. Yeah, it might be both. But at the end of the day, is where's the motivation? Where's the motivation? Because look, for instance, like you're taking off Rashford. Yeah, I know Rashford. I'm not saying Rashford had a great game or whatnot, but Rashford has brought you a goal. So Rashford has showed you that in this at any given time against a runner play, he might be able to get you a goal. You've gone and taken him off. Who else on the pitch can really offer you that?
I fully get what you're saying, but we've watched this manager.
Offer you that.
Yeah, agree.
Nobody can offer you that.
And agree
so why
with you.
are you doing that?
Because
tell you why you're doing that? Because it's damage limitation. I do not want to go and lose 4.
You can't even do that right, Traps. Traps, you can't do that right because what you do is you're bringing Ericsson. You're bringing Ericsson to control the play. Do you know what I mean? Get hold of the ball. Like what's Ericsson doing on the bench when we're trying to hold onto the ball and we're trying to see the game out? It's madness.
And Traps, I think you're giving him too much credit. I don't think it's a damage limitation thing. I think he's just making incorrect decisions. Yeah, that's what that is. I don't think he's thought about it too tough.
I'm not saying he's doing damage limitation and getting it right. He tried to do damage limitation and failed.
That's what I'm saying. No, I don't even think he's trying to. I think he's just making incorrect decisions. And you mentioned Monts as well. He was talking about how we can get a draw in this game. The joke, man. Man rang me when Rashford scored.
Listen.
Man rang me when I heard from him since, though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Joke, man.
When I seen this missed call, by the way, I didn't even see it. I had my phone on. Let me just read a couple of super chats, man.
Joke, man.
Some Ryan says Said and Trap stop it. Amrabat has not been match fit, has not been given a run of game because to get consistency and get played a left back. Big up to Lex says flawless. Big up to Freddie. Yeah, big up Lex, man. Big up to Freddie says you got Lindelof and his 20 pace trying to guard Foden. A 40-year-old trying to guard a monster like Haaland. No striker. There's not much you can do. Daikim says talking tactics on X show how Pep schooled Eric Ten Hag. Pep moved KDB and Silva up because he knew Eric Ten Hag would use Mano and Cast to man-mark them, leaving Stones open. Big up to James. I can't believe Ten Hag said he played very well today. His head's gone. Not even a United fan and support West Bromwich Albion. Get rid of him now. Big up to you, James. Ugwa says, Saida, you are just diverting. Amrabat is not fit to lace McTominay's boots. Guy looks like a gigantic... Sure, I don't know what that is. Geriatric. Yeah, Ahmad is also not a good enough. Eric Ten Hag out, and Arsenal celebrate for Champions League, and Traps you ready for Arsenal masterpiece tomorrow. Listen, for me, I don't want to do tit for tat. I'm not here for that. Like, listen, me and Traps are just bantering in it. You feel me? But my thing is, most of these guys, like Bruno Fernandes, you're the sole creator. And you're playing bro, man's playing like Darren Fletcher. 1 minute he's on the right, 1 minute he's up front. 1 minute, bro. See, that's your sole guy.
Nah, but we should
De Bruyne
praise him,
KDB. Man. Hello, is De Bruyne getting put out wide? Is De Bruyne getting put out wide?
We should praise Bruno, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what we're talking about. Where would we be without him?
But apparently he got assists though. Apparently he got assists, even though them sort of assists I hate, man. Because
you got an assist though. That's what this game will show. Assist away at the Etihad.
Oh my god, man. Come on, bro.
That's what people will say.
Rashford scores an absolute franker, yeah, and you're telling me that's an assist? Come on, man.
That is an assist because Bruno, held the ball up and then laid it off to Rashford, and Rashford, but he'll get an assist. That's what they'll say.
Look, this is what I'm trying to tell you about the determine if it's the manager or the players. Because if Bruno is, this is what I keep telling you, like, even when everyone was talking about Rasmus not getting the service and whatnot, if you see your manager on the touchline screaming at his wingers, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, then you know they are doing something wrong. If they don't play the next game, when Anthony was spinning around with the ball and that, he found himself on the bench. Why? Because he was doing something wrong. So if these men keep playing, they are not doing nothing wrong in the manager's eyes. Simple as that. So at the end of the day, that's why me personally, I want this manager out because I know this manager is not managing these lot properly. He's not.
I think that's fair.
Amen.
You're not hearing no arguments or debate from me on that whatsoever in regards to the manager not utilizing the players. Yes,
these players, as bad as they are, as bad as these players are, I know you can get more out of these players. Yeah, I know you can get more.
100%, bro. You can't tell me that this squad's limit is 50 goals in the season. That's crazy.
So are they really playing for you, or are they just playing for the sake of? Because you got man, them are giving Amrabat all the excuses in the world, but the reality of it is that Amrabat's playing for a contract, mate. So whether he's fit or not, I know. He's playing for. He should be playing for a contract, bro. That's what he's playing for. So, man, all these excuses is what? Because if I'm playing to keep my job, I know when I come on the pitch, I'm trying to do the
Yeah,
most
for me. Doing it for
For
me.
me.
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
me
real
to
talk.
get my
For me.
contract so I can stay here and I can do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't and the thing is, people say that, but then they'll go and watch him. They'll go and watch him in the African nations and that, and say he had a great game in that. So why can't he have a great game here then?
Yeah, I
True.
know, I know, I know.
And you know
I
what?
know.
You know what
Shit,
the
man.
saddest thing
Yeah.
is, yeah, people are putting in. I've seen someone putting getting rid of Fred was a mistake, bro. The way this guy likes to play, should have kept Fred for another season. We're missing him big time. Like,
I
Fred
know,
was
but then
actually
again, I'm
off
like,
his
bro, are we gonna keep looking backwards every time, man? We can't get rid of players anymore. Like Fred, Fred had to go for his own reasons. He wanted more game time. He was getting disrespected by the manager. So it's like we just have to have a mindset that this manager, just because this manager can't get the best out of what we got, doesn't mean we have to look back at what we should have had. Or
No,
we
I
should,
hear
you know
that.
what I mean,
I just-
bro?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
like,
I think it
there's
just-
a reason.
I think it just highlights that his.
Yeah, I know he does.
Don't know what he's doing.
What's the word? His process is all over the place because, like, who he's
Yeah.
prioritizing, that sort of thing. Like, literally, people. Like, I do feel like, listen, respect to Marcel and his opinion on that, but I heard him saying yesterday, like, he's really believes when Mount comes back and Rera, bro. Nah, like, scrap
Fucking
the
hell,
whole.
man.
What did he say about Mount? Hold up, Liam. We can't just skip by that.
He
What did he say
basically, he
about
didn't
Mount?
say word for word, but basically implied, didn't he, say that like he's excited for Mount to come back and we've seen the best. And then I seen Musa was
Shall I-
like,
shall I
laughing,
just
basically
expose
saying,
it?
like,
Shall I just
Chelsea,
expose it?
Chelsea just don't want
Did he
it.
say
like-
where? Did he say
What,
where Mount's going to
exposing?
be playing with who? Did he say?
He just-
Did
no,
he
he just
elaborate on
basically
Bro.
said that Musa was kind of like, what grounds do you give that on? Because he wasn't even good at Chelsea. Like, he wasn't amazing at Chelsea.
Bro, Marcel said this. Listen, big up to Marcel, but he said this in February. He goes, we're 11 points off third place. Villa, Arsenal, and
God.
Spurs all have 6-point games in pursuit of top 4. And I just told him, yo, take this off your pin. Man's got it pinned, bro. Where you got it pinned from, bro? We got pinned.
No, this
Don't finish, man.
Listen, this is what. Listen, Adam said it. The
Man's
other
got
day.
it pinned, you know.
Adam said it the
Shout out
other
to
day, and
Marcel.
he said it, and it was Adam was bang on when he said what he said. Yeah, he said, yeah, that these man, yeah, are so narcissistic. He's pinned that because he wants to be right at the end of the season so he can get all the clout. That's what it's no different from gambling.
Bro.
He's basically gambling on Twitter. Basically, that's what he's doing. He took a punt on it and he thinks, yeah, all right, sweet. I'm gonna get.
You reckon it's a 90 to 1 odds, and he's like, yeah, let me
Yeah,
just
long
throw
shot.
a tenner on
Yeah,
this.
yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly what he's done. And Adam also said, big up Adam as well. Adam also said, these trust the process, man.
Yeah.
It's all good for them to trust the process because the beauty of trusting the process is that the process is never now. It's never right now.
Yeah,
it's
literally.
always
It's always
later
2-3
on.
years. Yeah.
It's never now.
And also, them, you know what it is with me, yeah? Listen, big up to Tyrone, yeah? But Tyrone also needs to get cooked as well because this guy sits on the fence. You know what it is with certain man, yeah, that sit on the fence, yeah? That what they'll say is, yeah, they'll be talking on a video, yeah, saying, I doubt the manager. I don't trust in the manager. And as soon as he wins away from home, yeah, my manager.
Yeah, yeah.
So, broski, you know what it is, yeah? No, I need to call it out, you know. And listen,
100%.
respect to anybody who's doing it, yeah? But sitting on a fence, yeah, I don't get it for me because 1 minute you're backing the manager, 1 minute you're saying, nah, I don't really believe in this manager. Where do you really sit? Speak up, yeah? Because I get a lot of shit, yeah, for speaking the way I speak. I'm giving my opinion, yeah? And whoever backs Ten Hag, fair play, at least they give an opinion. But you see the man that sit on the fence, yeah? Nah, bro, I don't run with that, bro. Like, tell me what you feel. Tyrone, I'm speaking to you, yeah? I know you're on holiday. Man's gone on holiday. He's on holiday right now. Yeah, he's on holiday. I know you're on holiday, Tyrone, and enjoy your holiday. But where are you sitting? Tonight, we are the 3rd of March. Where do you sit with this manager? Talk to me.
Listen,
Yeah,
He's scouting
Tyrone.
Hungarian players, man.
listen, Leo will back me up. Leo will back me up. Yeah. I have never been sure about this manager, yeah. I've never been sure. And I've always been on a strictly, you got to show me. I told you, all that blind faith shit went out the window when Ollie left. Because Ollie was our hero from young. You know what I mean? And obviously, when he left, I said to myself, I can't be backing these man based off of how I feel about them personally. Yeah, and I'm not doing that no more. So if I'm not hearing how a man speaks, I'm thinking, yeah, no, you got to show me on the pitch, yeah. So I have, for the last 12 months, I've been saying the same things about this man, saying it consistently.
Is Neji out of the country as well?
How can
Leon,
I?
Is Neji out of the country as
I
well?
don't know where Neji is, you know, but all of a sudden when the
Not even
results from
Neji.
Rare, but yeah,
Tyrone
exactly.
and AG, they're both out of the
outside.
country. Is that coincidence? Is that a coincidence, guys? They're both out of the country.
How can I say the same things for 12 months and man them still think we can have conversation? This is why I don't want to talk no more. This is why I don't want to talk to certain man no more, you know? Because like, why are we going to go back around the same thing? I've been saying the same thing to you. Man them tell me, man them see one game against flipping Newport and start talking about style of play.
Oh yeah, can you remember that? And he said it's the first game as well.
Oh my
And it's
God,
like, bro,
seriously.
what to say to this
I
nonsense,
can't believe
bro?
that, man. I can't believe that.
That
Wallahi.
was funny as well because he came on with big chest like traps the 3-game run and then I said, but it's been 2 and he goes, nah, the Newport game's the first game. I was like, bro, struggling 50-50 life or death. Like, but sorry, Traps, go on. Mad
listen, Saeed, remember I messaged you. I said to you, listen, if this game goes 2-2, that is a sackable offense. And it went 2-2. Yeah. And from then I said to myself, bro, this ain't gonna get any better. It's not gonna get any better. So, and I've been saying this long, it's not getting any better. And it's not getting any better. So why do man think they can have conversations week in, week out, putting up key things about situations and that? Because the next week, you're not seeing the same. You might see someone have a good game this week, and the next week, not even the next week, 3 days later, they're having an absolute stinker of their life. Yeah. So I don't understand what you're seeing here. You're not seeing progress. So why do you talk like you see progress? It's jarring.
And here's the thing as well, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a dip now anyway, but here's the thing, right? Basically,
big up, man.
Yeah, they always say like when you're building something, whether it's a business, a project, whether you're building a home or something, yeah, you don't always try and enjoy the process of what you're doing. It might be a bit tough at the start and that, yeah, and then you like start to enjoy it as it comes to fruition, yeah. There's no enjoyment here. Where's the process enjoyment here? There's absolutely nothing. Like the fact that we came and like you guys came on there last week. I was watching while I was on Rhino's thing, yeah, and I could see like Ash and you and Flawless. I think Double A was on it as well, yeah. Hopefully, you didn't have too many AO moments, but Double A is crazy. But, I seen we won. I know it was the week before we won, and you man just didn't look happy. So like, if we're winning and we're scraping results, and you man are not going happy, where like. How can I turn around and say, right, cool, another season and rare? Like, what have I got to buy into? There's nothing for me to buy into. Like
because we see it when we're winning, Leon. We see it when we're winning. We see that we're not performing well. We've not had a good performance all this season. Do you know what I mean? It's just getting across the line. You know, we've not beat teams by multiple goals. Do you know what I mean? It's poor. It's just what we've seen under Ten Hag. It's what we're going to continue to see. You know, I'll be surprised if we beat Everton next week.
Oh, that's a tough game.
It's because when we win as well, not only are the performances not good, it's more relief than it is happiness. It's, we got off that. It's like we was up in court for a crime we committed and we got off. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're happy that you got acquitted, but initially, it's relief when you're in that courtroom. Yeah. That's what it's like watching Manchester United, like late goal from it, like, all right, we got through this. Newport County is 2-2. This could be a very embarrassing defeat. And then we score two late goals and end up winning that game. That's where we're at. All right, we only lost 3-1 to City. Okay, could have been 6 or 7. That's where we're at. Just pure relief every single time win, lose, or draw because and it's not sustainable. That's what it is. There's nothing. There's 100%. No man are talking about the process. It's like, why does the process mean all the results and performances have to be bad right now?
Exactly. And why can't we have the buy-in and the growth and there's nothing there? But listen, man, I'm going to check. Adam, always a pleasure.
The point
you made yesterday, Adam, on the pod, was absolutely golden, bro. When you were talking about, you know, what were you saying about the
margins of error?
Margins of error and the reliability of players, bro. If you haven't watched that, people go back and watch that show. That was dope. Phil, if you've not heard it, it's absolutely sick. But listen, I'm out. Peace. Saeed and
love
Traps. Don't be going back and forth on that about McTominay and Amrabat. Yo.
Come on, bro. Adam, chat to us, man. Listen, he talked about margins. Chat to us, man, because today was about margins, and he apparently said it's small margins, man. So, what are you saying, Adam, man? How are you feeling, bro?
I'm good. But as good as it can be. But I think, you know what? I think Ten Hag listened to the show the other day and he talked about small margins. I just think he didn't understand anything I said, but he used it still. He was talking about small margins today, about the game. Shocking. Like, he's just terrible. And I just wanted to come in as well because I think what Trapp said earlier was very, very good about the players. If the players make mistakes and the manager is on the touchline giving them shit, then they know they did something wrong and then they look to fix it. And if they do it repeatedly, then they get subbed or they get dropped. But it doesn't happen. That means that brother is happy with what's going on. And look, it's a terrible situation we're in because now the players are shocking and the manager is picking them, and he's shocking as well. And out of a terrible set of players, he's consistently picking the wrong ones. And now, like I've wanted Rashford to be dropped for time, but today I think, you know what, just keep him on. And then he subbed him earlier. I was like, yo, he's taking the piss.
Is that when you don't want him to be off? You actually want to keep him on, and then the time when you want him off, he stays on. You know what I mean, Adam?
Exactly, because it rarely happens that I want Rashford to stay on, like almost never. And today I said, you know what, maybe, and then he takes him off quite early. I was like, yeah, it's going to be. I said that many times, Saeed. I think he looks at what the people want and he does the opposite all the time.
I think you see. I think with Rashford, Rashford sent a message today. I thought it was like a cryptic message, to be honest with you, because obviously he gave that thing about how he feels about the club and what he feels about whatnot, and he's gone and scored that belter today, and he hasn't played well. So he's basically saying, look, obviously this is a derby, so I've shown up, Look at the rest of these guys. Simple as that. Look at this. Like, I don't think the relationship with the manager is great. I genuinely think this is what I genuinely think about this whole situation surrounding the manager and his job. I believe that he must have some kind of like target to meet, and if he don't meet that target, then it's sort of I think it reduces money or something, because they haven't come out and said we're backing him, he's staying, because they could have just done that, nipped it in the bud. Do you know what I mean? At least everyone knows where he's standing. But I genuinely think that if it gets to the end of the season, doesn't make Champions League, when they sack him, I think like some of it, I mean, money might get reduced or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It must be, because there's no way you can sit down there. You've got this Brailsford guy that sits there every single game watching it. This is meant to be the performance guy. There's no way he's going to these men saying, yeah, this guy's doing a wonderful job. It's impossible.
It can't be.
Impossible.
You see what Paul Scholes said? He said here, I think Ineos have already made their mind up. I don't think he'll be there next season. I wouldn't be surprised if they're looking for a new manager now. And he says here, with new owners, they won't go anywhere. With owners that go anywhere, they always tend to change their manager, the way they're playing, where they are in the league, or what's it doing at last season. I just think they'll make a change. I said, so. Did Jim say 3 years possibly? I think that's going to be tight. I'd stuck my hands now for 3 years. Said, look, he's done okay. They do miss him, but I don't think he's a money like centre half. He's talking about Sancho Martinez like that. You don't rate him like that. That's crazy.
Scholes is particular, man, because I don't think I've ever seen, or very rarely seen, a midfielder as intelligent as Paul Scholes. But the moment he speaks, you say, you know what, that's God given.
That's for most of them.
Yeah, most of them.
all his stats went into football IQ. That's what it was. All his stats went into football IQ.
Exactly. It's like Floyd Mayweather. Like, I've never seen such a beautiful, intelligent boxer, but the brother can't read. So he's just like, yeah, you know what? Just two different set of IQs.
I don't believe Adam, here's me who can read, and you're making 100+ million in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Let's analyze this. Let's analyze this. 100 games, 61 wins, 11 draws, 28 losses, win ratio 61%. Games faced 20+ shots, 14. Games defeat by 3+ goals, 7. Net transfer spend 331 million. 2023 third and a League Cup winners. Currently 6th in the table, 11 points off 4th.
11 points off 4th? Damn.
Yeah, 11 points, bro. We were 5 off them.
What can we complain
Those are pretty flattering, them, though, because you look at that 61%, it's pretty flattering. What you got to remember is last season, Spurs had a stinker, Chelsea had a stinker, and Liverpool had a stinker as well. Do you know what I mean? So last season, there were a lot of teams off form.
And we had a much better season last season, just in general as well. Like having the third best or second best home record, wherever it was. So last season, many injuries. They need to split that. That's misleading. That's why splitting into this season. What's his win ratio from this season? That's why.
You know what? The win ratio is not entirely honest, because you could lose 40 games and you would still have 60% win ratio if you win the rest. Like, this is not counting for draws and everything. So, and we've lost 11 years.
The only reason why that's so high is because the man barely draws. It's either a win or a loss.
Yeah. And we defended last season. We defended. We didn't play football. We didn't actually play football. We won 1-2 once.
I want to know. I really want to know what the win percentage is this season solely.
That's the true test. Second season, because first season you get new manager bounce as well. Everyone's hype about a new system, new training regimes, and all that. So
same with Ange. I'll be looking at Ange next season. Yeah.
I see a stat the other day. In I don't know what 12 games it was, but in the 12 games, There's been a 12-game period in this season where we have conceded 220 shots plus.
Must be now.
220 shots plus. I said, no, that's not real. That can't be real. That can't be real.
It is real.
It's
It is.
fucking real, bro.
It is
And
real, bro.
you know why?
220 shots, bro,
Oh
in
my
12
days.
games.
And you know why this is terrible? Because the other teams are more disciplined than us, so they shoot when they need to shoot. It's not like we could have that against another team, but we just shoot on sight. Like it doesn't make any sense what we're doing. But other teams, they actually
That's what it
shoot
is.
when they are trying to score a goal, when it's a chance to shoot. So terrible, man.
Yeah. Haaland, Foden, Alvarez have scored as many Premier League goals this season, 37, as Man United have had the same number as Luton and have a -2 goal difference. Lost 16 out of 38 games and have barely put out 70, 80, 90-minute performance together since March. But Ten Hag keeps insisting things are improving. Damn. It's
He's good
crazy.
at catfishing.
It's crazy. And there you go. That's what it is.
We can all see it, man.
Flawless.
We can all
52.
It's 52%, right? So that's even higher than I
Yeah.
expected. But we can. He's not even a catfish, Ash. You know what I'm saying? We can all see. You ain't got the angles right on the gram. You know what I'm saying? We can clearly see you aren't it. Like what we talking about? Like everything points to whether it's stat test, whether it's eye test, is just horrible. There's
Shocking.
nothing we can look at and go, yeah, this is good. Like we're tight defensively, or we're scoring a lot of goals, or we're entertaining to watch, or we're picking up points, or we're above where we're supposed to be. Like every -2 goal difference, 11 points off fourth. I'm saying, what is it? 16 losses across all competitions. One of the most embarrassing European campaigns. Nobody having a good individual season. The team isn't playing well either. Players unhappy. Like,
But he's got
it's
credit
hard,
in the bank apparently.
nah, the credit it ran out, man. That ran out a
he
long
didn't
time
have
ago.
any credit to
I
start
don't
with.
know how you had credit in the bank
It,
anyway.
it ran out a long time ago.
Listen,
Long
I tell you
time
what, he did have credit in the bank. He got credit in the bank in February when he won the Carabao Cup. He got the credit then. He had credit then. The next week, he went and lost 7-0 to Liverpool. He lost all the credit then. All the credit went on that.
You don't,
All the
when
credit went
you
on that.
lose, you know what? That traps. I just thought about that like 2 or 3 weeks ago. You cannot survive losing 7-0 to Liverpool. You cannot
Yeah, no,
survive
not at
that.
all.
You
That's
can't.
sackable.
Like, it's just I don't know how we tolerate that. And if we tolerate that, that means we can tolerate anything.
I'm not doing revisionism, but I'm telling you, yeah, these man would have been crucifying Ollie for that. They would have crucified him. And the thing is,
Me as well.
And the thing is, what see the average Man United fan now, yeah, it's a thing where they basically don't want to say, "Oh, we should have given Ollie more time because he wasn't good enough." Which is, at the end of the day, Ollie knew his level and understood his level. You knew what he was getting from Ollie.
Yeah.
But you've got to replace him with a man that we basically people just took it face value. Yeah, won the Dutch league bare times, even though Frank de Boer's done the same thing, all the extra shit. Yeah, and they thought, yeah, you're getting a better manager. Yeah, and because you haven't. Now it doesn't justify the sacking because at the end of the day, if you'd have stuck with Ollie, you probably would have been getting the same results. So it doesn't justify.
Better.
If
Ollie had
not
more
better, Ash, right? It's
traps.
not better.
Ollie had more goals. He had more passes in the final third, more clean sheets. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, there's no comparison. This manager doesn't touch Ollie, and I thought Ollie was done by the time he was coming toward the end of his reign. This guy's not even close. This guy he's got nothing to show. Nothing to show. There's no evidence to show us that he's going to provide anything going forward in the future. It's just hopes and dreams.
Ollie, he would shut me up, you know. Ollie, he would shut me up in certain games, yeah, where we beat a team 5-1 or something. I'd be like, yo, cool, say no more. Like with Ten Hag, like even if he wins like 3-4 in a row, like, okay. Yeah, we won 3-4 in a row, but you haven't like shut me up because I know there's problems there. And even though there was problems on the Ollie, yeah, but he'd score a couple of goals and he'd be like, cool, say no more. You know what I mean? You can't really complain about that.
We've never scored more than
found out.
We've never scored more than 4 goals under Ten Hag in a game. Never scored more than 4 goals. Do you know what I mean? Ollie did it something like 16 times.
100 games. We never beat no one. We never batted.
You know what? On your hand, how many performances can you say there were great performances under his tenure? You've got maybe 3 or 4, if that.
3, and some of them are not complete 90 minutes.
Exactly.
And you know what? The funny thing as well, the best performances we had Anthony and Sancho in the team, and Rashford was not on the wing; he was up front. It just shows that it's a team sport. It's not really about the personnel to some extent. At some point, you need to start playing as a team, regardless of what you have, because if we play better with poorer players, players. I'd take the shocking players over the other ones if we play better with them. Like at the end of the day, it's a team sport, and we want United to win. So I don't care about who gets picked. I just want to see it. And so far, he's making, like last season, we had Eriksen was playing all the time for as long as he could. Anthony was playing all the time. We had Weghorst. Like you could argue that the team did not improve or did not regress necessarily. Like it's pretty much basically the same. And people will say the team this season is probably better on paper. And
that's the crazy part. I agree with that, Adam. Like I've said that. That's why I don't hear when people talk about, oh, the team is bad. It's nowhere near good enough for where we're trying to go. But we watch Ten Hag do better with worse. Make that make sense. We gave you tools to do a job, and you did a good job. Then you got better tools, more of your guys, and then it's worse.
I just
that's
think,
the longest.
I just think it's like basic maths, bro. Like you don't get a team to third. Yeah, all right, cool. You got a team to third, but like Ash said, there's a few of the teams had a stinker, so you got an easy ride, yeah, to third. But you got to third, so it's like cool. I've got to third now.
But he didn't learn anything though. We didn't learn anything.
And he switched up the system.
Yeah, he did.
There's no way you can go and then think to yourself, cool. I'm gonna make Mason Mount my priority. I'm gonna give him the number 7.
That's where we messed up.
Yeah, and expect anyone to believe in what you're doing. And then not only that, all right, cool. Mason Mount been injured. We haven't seen the full sample size of Mason Mount. I don't believe in it, but whatever, it's football. So you've got to give man the benefit of the doubt. He's a competent footballer to a certain degree. So we'll see what he can do. I don't know where he's going to play. I don't know what.
He would have been on the bench today. He would have been on the bench today.
Yeah, and
he would have been on the bench today.
And here's the craziest part. Even with teams having stinkers, which always happens every season, there'll be surprise teams. If we was anywhere competent, we'd be comfortably top 4. Villa and Spurs are not great.
Yeah.
Let's not act like Villa and like take the first 3 like they're better than us. Take Liverpool, City, Arsenal out of the equation. 4th is up for grabs. Bear in mind, just until this past couple of weeks, what we were 4 points off of 4th, and we're here talking about how bad we've been, how we can't score goals, how we can't defend, so imagine we was a cohesive, competent unit, comfortably in 4th. Exactly. That's why I'm so critical. I'm not asking him to set the order.
Teams are getting better, man. Teams are getting better. Like when you look at it now, tactically, Unai Emery, you're looking at. Listen, I know we have banter and that, Unai Emery. You look at the guys ahead of us. Even the Fulham coach, tactically, bro, most of these guys are bossing Ten Hag. It's just that we have the final quality to maybe lick a goal, like the Milo goal, like the McTominay goal. Like we have the element of we can lick a goal. Man United can lick a goal through Rashford, through Garnacho. But when Bruno, you look at your, and Bruno, but when you're solely relying on that, that's where the bigger issue is. If you're solely relying on a goal out of nowhere, a last-minute goal, or you know what I mean, bro, like a winner, that for me is not sustainable. Whereas Villa have been playing good football for a majority of the season. So when they go on this little patch of form where they're losing 3 on the bounce, but they're still playing good football, but they're just not, something's not right. And then all of a sudden, look at them now, 3 in a row, and they're 11 points clear, where they should have been throughout the whole season. They have been convincingly better than Man United this season. Man United don't deserve to be ahead of Villa. No way in a chance. Same way with Tottenham. They've been playing well throughout the whole season. As a whole, better than Man United. Okay, they went through a little bit of a rough patch, but now they're 6 clear. If they beat Man City, if they beat Chelsea, they go 9 clear. They got a game in hand, right? Because obviously we played in there.
Them two play next week as well.
And come on, Tottenham's going to beat Chelsea for me. I think they're going to beat them. So they deserve to be where they are. But we've kind of said, oh, last minute win against Villa, last minute, and we're thinking we're back. Man United never been back. We've been always shit, but we've been rushing under the carpet by these little wins.
Been scumbag in the wins. That's what you've been doing.
Scumbag in the wins. And that's why I'm like, I've always said, it's not been sustainable. That's why I said all along, I don't think this football's great, and I don't think we're getting anywhere with this sort of football. And this is one of the biggest reasons, this season. I said at the start of the season, if people remember, I said this season, I want to see better football. I said last season, I gave it a slide. I said, yo, cool, we got 3rd trophy. Fair play to Ten Hag. I'm not going to discredit him here, but what I said was I want to see better football, and I want to see us getting closer to the top. What I mean closer to the top is style of football. That's the key element. I want to see us play better football. And I haven't seen that this season. And therefore, I've said I don't trust the process anymore. And I don't know where Ten Hag is taking us. That is why I said it.
Yeah, because if
And
you
now
go back,
people understand me.
yeah, because if you go back to Pep's first season in the Premier League, he finished third with no trophies, and he was getting criticized. And people say, "Yeah, he can't do it in the Premier League. It's different." And then the season after, he had the best Premier League season ever.
Yeah.
So I was expecting something like that, not that level of quality, but you know what? Second season,
looking for an improvement.
you elevate.
Looking-
You know
Yeah.
what? He's not improved a single player. He's not improved a single player in this team. Do you know what I mean? That's a sad indictment of the man. You look at Unai Emery traps, and you look at Unai Emery. You look what he's done for Bailey. Bailey was down and out at Aston Villa. Do you know what I mean? Loads of injuries. Poor. Now he's banging in goals, playing awesome. You see his talent identification with Pau Torres, bringing him in, and looking solid at the back. Do you know what I mean? You see John McGinn kick on even more. You see what Ollie Watkins is doing. Ollie Watkins turned into a fucking monster, hasn't he? Like,
Yeah.
What's Ten Hag done with any of our players? Not
No,
one of them's improved.
Garnacho, for example, Garnacho is getting worse. The more he plays him, the less.
Oh, yeah, we have to-
becomes.
But you see with Garnacho, yeah. Let me tell you something. With Garnacho, Ten Hag is his enabler. Because he's breeding a bad player. Because you want to know why?
Exactly.
You watched him today, stink the gaff out. Absolutely. Do you know what I noticed about him? He you see when you're defending, when we're defending, yeah, because I'm gonna say you lot because I support Inter Milan, but yeah. So you see when you lot are defending, yeah, when you lot are defending,
shameless.
Basically, Garnacho receives the ball. You know when the transition, he receives the ball. He's quite a lot first. So basically, he's the one who's got to turn and look for a pass or carry the ball and start an attack in a transition. Do you know how many times that boy receives the ball just on the edge of the box after you've won the ball back?
Yeah.
And then he'll kick the ball 3 yards in front of him. When there's a defender there, and he'll end up going for a controlled ball, will end up going to a 50-50. Or he'll try and beat someone and he fails to beat them. Now, if you keep doing that and you get to play the next week, there's no way you can see that's anything wrong with that. That's why you keep doing it. So he's been enabled by Ten Hag because Ten Hag should be saying, listen, you ain't playing. You got to start working your way back into this team again because you keep losing the ball and you're not doing anything about it. Simple as that. So for me, he's a young player. Yeah, he does all these celebrations and gets off to see everyone singing his songs and they love his prayer. But really, in a game like today, yeah, it was embarrassing.
You need to be.
I would say to myself, this boy should be on loan, mate. He should be on loan. Yeah, he needs to be on loan, learning his trade because right now in this game here, right now, he ain't doing. Even he had a chance in the first half where he's run with the ball, and I don't know, he just overcooked the ball. I don't even know what even happened. He overcooked the ball.
He needs to,
he has to
learn from the bench. Sometimes you learn a lot more from watching the game from outside. He's being burned out. Like he has lost distance between himself and the game. He's too close to it. And he needs to take a step back and take a breather. Because if there is a player there, and I like Garnacho, like I'm not really too harsh on him, but he's been doing my head in for months now. And I don't think it's his fault. I think he needs to be protected. If there is a player there, we are doing everything we can to ruin it. He needs to be taken out of the line, sit down,
not being coached,
and learn. Coach him.
He's not being coached, man.
Exactly.
Last season was more.
Because you know what? At the moment, the more he plays like Bruno, and that is the worst thing that could happen to a player.
Yeah, no. You're learning off Bruno. No, it's serious. No, it's true. My man's learning off Bruno. He's learning off Bruno, bro. Like that's the worst example to learn off, man.
Exactly.
Bruno Fernandes playing against bombs.
Everyone's got this vim.
I'm Rashford.
Everyone's got this vim for Rashford, right? But if you just actually take it out of the second and you actually look at it from Rashford's position right now, it's like, all right, cool. Rashford does silly stuff. Today he could have done a bit better with certain situations he found himself in, and yeah, we might have seen a bit different result. But regardless of what it is. But if I'm Rashford, right, and I'm thinking to myself, hang on a second, I banged 30 goals last season, and now I'm starting up front with Scott McTominay in the 9 and Garnacho. I'm fucking fuming, bro. I'm fuming.
You know what? This is Rashford's problem, to be honest. He probably thinks that way when he shouldn't be thinking that way because he belongs to the same bracket.
For real.
No, I do get it. But realistically, in 2024, Rashford should be the worst of our front three. Realistically,
he is. He managed to do it. He's taking.
But he's no way not as bad as Garnacho. Garnacho is fucking awful, bro.
I think it's just different shades of shit at the moment. Like the picks the
wow.
day. Like,
and that in there lies the problem.
But you know what? I hear you, Traps. You know what? Because if I'm looking at 18-year-old Rashford, 18-year-old Martial, 18-year-old Januzaj, or 18-year-old Sancho, Garnacho is not better than them at the same age.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All those players, to be honest, like talent-wise.
Januzaj, man.
Yeah, I know. It's shocking, but I'm saying that when he first came up, he's not much different.
Listen, at the end of the day, like in 2024, we should be seeing what we're seeing, man. I'll be so real with you.
No, it's true, man. It's true.
And it's not,
it's
and
true,
it's
bro.
not like, and I'm not defending Rashford, you know, I'm not defending him. But what I'm saying is, the option, we should be looking at Rashford like, yeah, if you contribute goals, fine. But if you don't, we have this man that will come and do the job same way. Do you understand? It shouldn't be the only, because you know what it is? You see, if Rashford, if we was winning games and Rashford was scoring 15 goals in the season, and then we had another winger, we had a Pedro Neto or an Elise, and he was scoring another 15, and then they were scoring another 15. You want to give a rat's ass about Rashford because you solely know that you have to depend on Rashford. If no Rashford, no party. That's what it is right now.
This is why I disagree. I think if you remove him, the rest of the team starts playing well, because I think he is too impactful on the build-up and the circulation of the ball. I think if you remove him, you have a better chance of having something more cohesive. Him and Bruno and some other players. I think you would have probably more goals overall scored, and they would be shared between all the players more. I think this is the problem we have. We think if we don't have Rashford on the pitch who's going to score, I think the way I see it is remove him and start playing as a team, and you will see the goals coming.
But this is the same thing with Bruno Fernandes. People think that once Bruno Fernandes leaves, Man United are going to be rubbish, and we're not going to have the creativity, we're not going to have the goals, we're not going to have Broski.
Start that sentence again. People think when Bruno leaves, we're going to be rubbish and have no creativity. That's what we are with Bruno. Exactly. That's what we are with Bruno. Rubbish and have very little creativity because we don't create chances and we don't score goals. Look at the numbers when Bruno's been at the helm. There's one season where we had like 70 plus goals. We scored 50 plus goals last season, 50 plus goals the season before that, and we're on course to get 50 plus goals. What are we talking about? Nobody eats with him around. So if we're rubbish and have no creativity, let him leave. What are we talking about here? Bro, and just for the super chat, who says sounds like you guys don't watch press conferences. I don't watch 10 hard press conferences. No, I don't. Life is too short. You know what I'm saying? I got better things to do with my time than watch Ten Hag post-match, pre-match, or just hear Ten Hag talk and say anything.
And if you're injured, drop him. If you're injured, drop him then. Why are you telling me that for, bro?
Exactly.
What does that
we've already seen this season as well. We've already seen this season that Ten Hag playing injured players. Look at what happened to Martinez. Look what happened to Luke Shaw. Do you know what I mean? He's not learning his lesson.
He's a man that's under pressure. He's under pressure, man. Big up to Winsky. He says, Eric Ten Hag is on life support. However, oxygen is running out. He's not set the standards. Therefore, players have created their own standards. Poor coaching. That's bars, you know. Man said, therefore, players have created their own standards. Poor coaching. That is Garnacho right there, you know. Man's just thinking he's better than what he is, and now he's thinking he can do whatever he can do. Let's be honest. Like when I'm hearing about Casemiro can play out from the back and he's trying to create a high block, you know. Do you see that, Adam, when he said high block? What is
a high block?
It's that's one.
That's new to me. What is a high block? Yo, these terms are taking. There was another term I heard about. Yeah, what was it? Dibs. No, what was it? Ribs, running behind. What is a high block? In the chat, let me know. Exactly. This is news to me. What is a high block?
High block. I'll bring you what you said, man. I'll bring you what you said.
It's a high block.
And there was nothing high about what I saw today, man. Nothing high.
Yeah. It's like they were smoking. It was like they were high. That's what it looked like.
This is what he said. My style of play, I think it's clear. I want to play it for the back. That's why we signed Onana, Martinez, and Casemiro. I want to dictate the game with a high block.
All right, let me Google this.
You know what I mean? I think he wants to press.
What he's essentially saying is he wants to put the players, the team. He wants to play a high line, like we see what Postecoglou's doing at the moment. But he can't do it because we've got Evans and we've got Maguire and we've got slow players at the back. Do you know what I mean? That aren't able to track and aren't able to deal with the counter attacks. So he can't do it like that. That's why we look so disjointed in play.
Well, he wants the entire team to be higher up the pitch. Basically.
Well, he wants a high block. But did he not say at the start of the season he wants to be the best transition team?
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, in the final third, he can't create these. They're not giving any patterns of play. I could understand it making sense, but he's not giving any of these players any patterns of play. Rashford and Garnacho, they have no idea what to do with the ball. There's no runners from midfield. There's nothing going on. There's no patterns of play in this team. Do you know what I mean? So he can talk about his high blocks. He can talk about his transition. It seems like to me he's just picking out buzzwords from other managers and just applying them to his press conference. Do you know what I mean? Because he doesn't know what he's doing. That's the truth of the matter.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, thanks for highlighting. I had to Google that. Appreciate it, though. Now go on, Adam.
No, what I'm trying to say is, I think this manager has decided which player he wants to play, and that is regardless of if they fit or if they're good enough. Like, he wants to play that player and that player, and this is what's going to happen, regardless. And I don't think that's good. I think it's terrible. And he wants to play Rashford, for example, because he wants Rashford to score goals. Yeah, but then you just bought a striker that needs to be fed chances on the floor. So that means your setup is wrong. You don't have the right wingers for the right striker you spend money on. So if you have, okay, let's suppose you have managed to find a way to make them work. The midfield is a problem then, because you don't have enough quality there to play and keep the ball on the floor. So that if you manage to have Rashford and Højlund scoring, that means you need to have very good passes of the ball and you need to have very, very fluid movement. It's not the case. And you need to have the fullbacks providing something much more than what they are doing at the moment. You need width, you need balls, and nothing makes sense to me. Nothing makes sense. And if nothing made sense to me, but we were good, I'm saying, you know what, I just don't get it, but it seems to be working. Maybe I just don't understand. But it doesn't make sense, and we are terrible. So basically,
you know what, Adam? He's talking about high block and all that. If he really wanted to play with a high block, why is he bringing in players like Evans? Why is he allowing Maguire to stay? Why is he allowing? Why is he buying Casemiro? Because Casemiro, with a high block, what you need in the midfield, you need a mobile, agile midfielder who's able to track back and run and sprint. Basically, Casemiro's not that guy. Same with the defenders. These aren't those players. So he's counterintuitive. He's not buying the players that he wants to play with a style that he wants to play. So he has no idea what this guy's doing. Do you know what I mean?
The midfielders you need in the middle when you press with a high block and you when you win for example, when you win the ball with a high block and you press, you need the players to receive the ball to be very good technically, because since you're winning so high, you're winning the ball next to the opposition. So you need to act quickly. So that you need to have quality on the ball, because when you lose it, you're immediately under pressure. You need to recycle it very quickly. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense at all.
No, go ahead. You know another thing as well you have to look at as well, is that another thing that these people will be looking at as well is that in the summer, who the fuck in their right mind is going to come and kick ball for this manager? Who's kicking ball for this manager in the summer? There is nobody in this world that is kicking ball for this manager. Who's kicking ball for this manager? Like, realistically, think about anybody. The first thing these players do nowadays, because they're all mates, is they bring their mate from the club. What's he like? Obviously, listen, not only that, he don't have no fucking clout. He's not that guy. So
he'll chase Amrabat down. He'll chase Amrabat to sign a deal, man. He'll chase Fiorentina, man. That's what he's going to do.
Even his former players don't want to play for him. Even De Ligt and De Jong and his former players don't want none of it anymore.
Yeah, the man said, "Yo, see you later." Donny van der Beek, man. Bro, are you mad?
And he's trying to fall out with Anthony now, because Anthony was his guy. Like, I would follow him to the moon, but he's trying to make a beef there. Like, he's slowly getting there.
Big up to Chris Clark, says, I was listening to the game. I didn't hear Garnacho or Bruno's name. Taking off Rashford killed the game. Big up to Sean T, says, we could see the tactics were not going to work against Wolves' first game of the season with a fully fit squad. Nothing's changed. You know what's mad, listen, you tell me one convincing game apart from Crystal Palace at home, Chelsea at home, and probably the second half against Villa. That is the three most convincing games I've watched this season. And I've said Man United deserved all 3 points. And maybe West Ham at home. But then again, West Ham at home, I can't lie to you. We got cooked in the first half. You know what I mean? Second half, we turned up. I'm counting on one hand. 4. That's it. 4 games. That is it.
I don't know what's about this high.
Chelsea had some good chances in the game.
Chelsea, even Chelsea was. I said Chelsea, Villa,
Nicholas Jackson,
West Ham.
Chelsea was more self-inflicted, though. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If I want to go deeper, pause. if I want to actually say things and whatnot,
Hey, yo.
yeah,
Hey, yo.
yo, calm down, guys. Calm down.
Yo, you
If I wanna-
said, are you telling me? Yo, pauses are just hilarious at this point, man. They
Yo,
hilarious.
that's
Yo,
crazy.
hey,
That's
yo.
crazy.
You're not telling me
Yo,
calm down, and
that's-
you
that's
said it,
chill.
you
I
know.
got it, chill, like, if I wanna, I've
Yo,
lost my
West
trail of
Timberlake,
thought.
what you needed,
Someone
man.
take over. Someone take over, man. You gotta
Said
say
it
like,
tonight.
You know what? Just for traps, I'm joking, of course. But you know what? Those 3 games we had have in common. The 3 only good performances we had.
Bro,
Amrabat.
bro, listen, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really
I
jump
don't
out.
start
I didn't
with
look
my
at
guy.
it.
I
Let me
know
take
Don't
over.
he's
start
your
with that again.
people. I know he's your people. I know you know someone somewhere that knows him. Get on the phone to him and say, bro, yeah, turn it in, bro, turn it in.
Nah. Today the mistake
Nah.
was shocking. The mistake was shocking today.
But you know, but listen, I'm trying
Yo,
to say,
man.
when he had the good game the other day, man, it was like was it like an outside of the boot through ball kind of thing, like
Yep.
was against Nottingham Forest.
I can't even remember. I'm not gonna
I don't
lie.
remember.
I raised that game from my memory, immediately.
When you no, I'm talking about the game the other day that we won.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We won. I raised it from my memory and just like, we got through. That's it. Kept it stepping. I don't remember our games. Yeah, man. Like, you just keep it. You know what? We won. We through to the next round. That's the only little bit of hope I have looking forward to the season is the FA Cup, and that's small because league. I'm just like, there's nothing going on.
we have
Hope. We got Liverpool next week. Talk about hope. We got hope.
Yeah. Hey, I said a little bit. Hey, I said a little bit of hope. You know what I'm saying?
Everton,
It's a little
Liverpool.
bit that we could do something. That's
Bro,
the
we're
only
finished.
thing.
Our season's over, man. Soon. It's over already. But our
Oh
season.
yeah, it was
you know what
over.
it
It's
is,
just
yeah?
a nail in the coffin
I
if we
feel
go
like-
out the FA Cup.
I feel like the FA Cup is something that United fans are holding on to, but we're not winning that cup, man. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as we're out this FA Cup, that's the realization that the season's done. Even though the season's done already for me, you get me? Like it's one of them where I don't think. Did I feel like this under Ralph Ragnick? I don't know, you know, man. Like Ralph Ragnick, at least then you kind of do interim vibes, but
Ralph
bro,
had bars.
Starfield is-
That was the difference. Ralph had bars, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? He was coming out calling out the Glazers and
And,
Ralph
two-
told
the
the
players.
truth.
and also with Ralph, we knew that it was going to be somebody new at the end of the season. So there was still that. There was like, even if it got bad and like with certain results, we still looked at it and went, there will be a new manager. Whereas with Ten Hag,
There will be,
there's
yeah,
no talk,
exactly.
there's no talk from hierarchy.
You know
Everyone else is
what?
talking about there being a new manager.
Exactly.
That's
And
what
with Ragnick, the players, he was exposing them big time and exposing everything. So the players said, you
Right.
know what? We're going to make you lose your job. Easy. Because Ragnick basically invented running and he couldn't coach them lot. So what does that tell you? They didn't want to play for him because he dropped Rashford, he dropped Shaw. Like as bad as Teles was, he said, you know what? At least that guy's honest. and Ragnick is honest. So he's nah. He was right. And he also Ragnick. He wanted Enzo Fernandez before he went to Benfica. He wanted Luis Diaz. He wanted
Alvarez.
He wanted. He's the guy that
Kanji. There was Bear Man, a Kanji. There was someone else for someone else. Listen, I remember, when
his talent ID was better than Ten Hag. I'm telling you now,
saying,
man.
oh yeah, rock and roll football, Ralph Rangnick, this, that, that. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. Ralph Rangnick, I hear what he's done, but one, he's not a manager, but two, let's actually see what how much power this man's got. And there was someone who tried to buy in January for 6 million, and they said no. I said, this guy got no power. From then, I knew he had no power. So I said, forget it. Whatever you thought about him or what his philosophies are, it ain't happening, But in hindsight, obviously, I would take him back, at a higher level now, today.
If he will tell me we do the same thing, we sack Ten Hag now and Ragnick until the end of the season, 100%. Easiest thing.
Because like he's been successful elsewhere, Ragnick, if he does step up. So like if Ten Hag just said, no, I'm going to leave at the end of the season, you watch how our moods boost because it's kind of like our moods improve because as bad as it is, it's like, all right, you're going. There is, a pot of gold. You know what I'm saying? At the end of this. Whereas currently now we're just up shit's creek without a paddle. That's what's going on. It is. It's awful. Everything's awful.
And we don't know as well. Now we have new owners and they want to build the thing from the ground up. So having someone that's done it many times before in the past is actually very useful because Ragnick has built basically all of the Red Bull systems. So RB Leipzig, RB Salzburg, in America as well. He knows how to start a team from nothing to make it a good Bundesliga team that can go to quarterfinals of the Champions League. So if you're trying to do what Ineos are trying to do, having that sort of input is actually very, very useful.
I'm not going to lie to you, though,
Remember my man, yeah? One second. Remember, obviously, Ten Hag's put number 5th position in the league, can also be positioned for the Champions League. We have to fight for it. Obviously, Ronaldo.
Manchester
Ronaldo warned us, you know. He warned us.
in important things. So we have to change that. I don't want to be here in the club to fight to be in the 6th place or 7th place or 5th place. Or, you know, I'm here to try to win, to compete. And I think we compete, but we are not yet in our best level. But we have long way to improve. And I believe that if we change our mind, we can achieve.
And then my man's talking about fucking 5th position, you know.
Yeah,
At
but
least, you know, with Ronaldo, at least he had the mentality, though. He had the
but
mentality.
we
at
know
least,
he
man.
had the mentality, but Ronaldo, the reason why I don't give him no credit, we knew
Yeah.
that this team wasn't good enough.
He warned us about the manager,
did,
though.
Why did people?
Yeah,
Alright, so with the manager,
yeah.
but
Flawless,
he didn't help.
Flawless, you got to be real, man. He was the. Listen, like I said what I said in the beginning, yeah. But he was the first one to turn around and say, you know what, yeah, my man's a dickhead, bruv.
Yeah, he did say that, but that was but that's all for his.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, but that's all for his own selfish gain. Because if that's the case, Ronaldo was a part of our worst ever Premier League season, and what did he say that summer? Cricket. Exactly. That's why I'm not hearing it from Ronaldo. It's all about self. That's what it is. If he was playing under Ten Hag, there would have been no issue. But the fact that he didn't play under Ten Hag and we actually had a good season, now all of a sudden you throwing your arms up. We had our worst ever season in Prem, even worse than the one we're currently going to be at. What are we talking about?
I feel like no. You know what it is, though? I'm not doing revisionism about Ronaldo. I'm not here to do that. But I will say, though,
thank you.
Maybe I took a lot of what he said, and I dismissed it when a lot of what he said was true. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of things there where I was like, yo, like, he actually is speaking the truth here. And I felt for me, he was doing it in a selfish way. Whereas right now, when you actually deep here, he was thinking for the greater good of Man United.
No, this is what I disagree.
I was kind of blindsided by the manager, back the manager. I didn't really hear what he had to say. So my point of view, I can't lie to you, I maybe misinterpreted Ronaldo's kind of feelings. Even though I think a lot of it, some of it as well, by the way, is selfish because he wanted out of the football club. I can admit that. A lot of it was that he wanted to leave the football club. But a lot of what he's saying, though, is still facts to this day.
Ronaldo was saving himself. Ronaldo was trying to preserve himself. But what happened is the collateral damage of him preserving himself is exposing United. But the main intention was to protect himself.
That's why I'm not hearing it. If you want what's best for Manchester United Football Club, we had our worst ever season and you said nothing. You know why? Because you was playing and scoring goals, so you look good. What are we talking about here? Ronaldo's left us before when he was in his pomp, if we go back. All this. You know who wants what's best for Manchester United? Us five right here, right now.
Yeah,
Even though we may disagree on things, we genuinely won't. Because we'll call it out regardless of manager, regardless of if it's our favorite players.
Exactly.
What are we talking about? That's why I don't give him no credit for saying what we had already said. We knew it was bad. What, did you not open your eyes for the first 12 months to realize how bad Manchester United were and the facilities were bad? But then you go and do a tell-all interview with Piers Morgan. Does that really help the football club? How does that help the football club? Or does that make you look good?
That's why I agree with you. But that bit there, I agree with you. Him going and doing an interview didn't help anyone. But I still believe you can take certain messages from it, which were actually true as well.
But
that makes sense.
But he didn't say anything that I haven't heard you say, Said.
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's fair.
Outside of Ten Hag,
I
he said nothing that I haven't heard. You mentioned the Glazers, which we've all spoken about. The players at that time, so that's excluding the new players not being good enough. Manchester United not being ready to compete. I've never heard you say we're ready to compete. Never heard Ash, Adam, Traps. No, nobody say this. This is why I don't give him no credit with it. I give him no credit. It's all about self. It's for selfish reasons. I keep saying this. We had our worst ever season and he said nothing over the entire summer. You know why? Because he scored goals and he was Ollie's guy. He would have happily have stayed here with us finishing 7th and 6th. We then had a better season under Ten Hag, and when he wasn't playing, it's all because Ten Hag's this, that, and the third. Which could have been the case. Well, that's why he spoke out. Yeah. What are we talking about?
And the fact that that season was the worst ever in our Premier League history is one of the main reasons people think Ten Hag did so well. Like, because there's a contrast effect. Yeah. Because if you have a season that is -2 and the following season is 4, you still have a +6 improvement. And that's basically what happened.
That's spot on. Yeah. And that's what did happen, because in Ten Hag's first season, my expectations were the lowest they've ever been going into a season. In Ten Hag, I was like, I'll take 6 and a trophy right now. because I didn't think we was gonna. So when he did what he did, it's like, right, okay. And Ash mentioned it in regards to the manager bounce, and I think we've seen the longest new manager bounce ever. And then when it crashed, the manager then panicked and hasn't known what he's had to do since. Like Ronaldo, 100%, not disputing that he could have been right on the manager. I'm not even hearing it, but I'm just not hearing it from him. You know, like they say, right message, wrong messenger. You are the wrong messenger. I'm not hearing nothing from you because you are about to.
No, listen, I agree. I agree. Okay, for us to kind of talk about this now, obviously it doesn't make good reading, innit? Because it looks like we're being revisionists. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm coming on here just telling people that I didn't see half of this message, you know, in the way I should.
Yeah, there were a few signals there. There were a few signals there that we weren't picking up on. I mean, that was all, and he was alluding to a few signals, like the respecting the players and stuff.
Exactly, it's true.
Yeah, exactly. Like the respecting the players, like not having a plan. Like there was a lot of things that he said, like that actually have come to the truth. You know what I mean? The favoritism, the lack of, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that has come to truth. And this comment here, yeah,
go on, fam. Go on. It's cool.
I'll just say this comment here, context again. Eric Ten Hag was asked about 5th spot. Well, listen, mate, you don't fucking, bro, like, I don't care. That answer does not warrant an answer like that.
It doesn't, you know what you could have said? That's not our aim.
Yeah, you said we want to win every game. That's it.
Yeah, win every game. Our aim is to finish as high up. It was never
every game is
exactly as high as possible.
You mentioned there, yeah, Ronaldo could have been, and there were signs because we're not on the inside of what's going on that he was right about Ten Hag. I'm not disputing about that. But the thing about favoritism, lack of respect for certain players, that was also Oli. Why did you not mention that? Oh, because Oli played you. That's why. Because he played you week in, week out, and he was your guy. Again, right message, wrong messenger. It's for selfish reasons. I'm not giving you credit. I don't never give people credit for starting fires for putting out fires that they started. You said nothing new in that interview. Zero. Apart from the stuff about Ten Hag, which is
he pointed to the players as well. He said these young players, they're arrogant, they don't want to learn, they are not learning. Like I have something to give, and they are not picking up on them. And I thought that was interesting because if you remember that time, Rashford and Greenwood were playing in a very, very cocky way, and they had Cristiano Ronaldo. Greenwood was not passing to Ronaldo, and Rashford wasn't passing to Ronaldo. And that, like, you can have I have my problems with Ronaldo, many problems, but he is still Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh yeah, don't get mistaken.
Still a big name.
He's still one of my favorite players of all time.
Even when
I can still criticize, but go on, Traps.
Exactly.
To be fair, he did say he did give Dallo his flowers and that, and Dallo's been cooking recently as well. So look, I know I get what you're saying. Like you said, he didn't do it. He said he saw what he saw, but he didn't speak up until he wanted to leave.
He said the right things for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, so
that's what I don't give credit for, because I look at when people are talking about these things, I look at not only pay attention to what they are saying.
Yeah, but why did he want to leave? Why did he want to leave? Because the manager was playing shit football.
You know why? No, because he wasn't playing. Because we were playing shit football under Oli, but he was happy.
But you look at him playing with Weghorst, and you look at Rasmus Højlund. He's not been able to give our strikers service. So Ronaldo could see, I'm not getting service under this manager. Do you know what I mean? This manager can't provide me with service. This isn't a manager that we can go forward with.
And again,
we've seen that with Ten Hag.
Because Oli was doing that, and because he was scoring goals, and I look good, it's okay for me. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I was made. Well, I'm a 20 goal a season, man. It's not Ronaldo's fault. It's everybody else's fault. But yeah, nobody else was eating. And then the season after, the attack got better, and everyone started playing better.
I think a better manager gets more out of him, though. I mean, again, revisionism, but you look at the top 5 strikers in the league.
Do you think
in terms of the individuals, I don't think the attack's good. Don't get mistaken, but overall, the attack became better. Yeah,
I just think that the goals that Ronaldo had, fortunately, just shifted to Rashford, basically.
But it was overall a better team because of that. Like, don't get mistaken, it wasn't good. Like Adam just made about going from a -2 to a 4. That's how I look at the attack. Not in particular those numbers, but going from a minus to a plus, but it's still low. That's the point that I made.
Even if you get,
we should have never assigned him back in the first place. And I said, nobody wanted him. He was only here because we were the only team stupid enough to buy him. Nobody else wanted him. There was no other offers for Ronaldo. And everyone did.
You know what's mad, yeah? No, you know what's mad, yeah? Listen, I feel like it's one of them with Ten Hag, though, yeah? Even if you give him a full 11, man, like, you're not going to see any improvements because I can't trust him to get the 11. And also, when Ineos give him a certain player, yeah, and he doesn't play him because he doesn't like him and he's being stubborn, like, who's responsible for that? If Ineos says, right, we've got you a player here, and you know, now be serious, because at the end of the day, there's going to be a player where Ineos say, right, we believe that let's say the guy from Sporting Lisbon, is it Benfica? Is it who's that playing at Benfica? The CDM that everyone keeps raving about. Who is it? Ash, do you know him?
Yeah, the young kid,
You know what I mean,
18-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah, if they go get him here, then he says, "Oh no, he's not ready yet," and whatnot. Da, 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 da. So what happens then? I want a manager that at least director of football knows what's going on. And listen, even if it means Graham Potter, I'll back Graham Potter over Ten Hag. I'm telling you now, mate. I'll back Graham Potter over Ten Hag because at least then at least then the club know where they're going and they're saying, right, it fits our philosophy, it fits what we're trying to do, and we've got Dan Ashworth here, and it makes sense now. It might not make sense to us as fans, yeah, but if they know what they're doing and they have a plan, I'd rather go with that. But with Ten Hag, he's hopeless. With or without structure, he is hopeless.
Exactly. You know what's funny? Because what you said is so interesting. Because the people that are defending Ten Hag at the moment, they are saying he deserves a chance to work under a right structure. So they pick the right place for him, and we don't end up spending money for Anthony. So now we have this situation. I say this on probably every single show. You have a situation where the manager is defended when he doesn't get the players and he wants, and he's defended when he gets the players he doesn't want. Like if he gets, if we give him the player he wants and he worked with and he's failing, the solution is not to give him players he doesn't know. Because surely that can't work.
Yeah, and you know what the excuse will be, Adam? The excuse will be he's not getting the players he wants.
And even further with that, there's no manager who gets all the players. We've watched City and Pep's not got every player that he wanted. And he's also got, and also on top of that, with this right structure, you will also get signings wrong. Now it's about minimalizing it. But we've watched Manchester City and Liverpool, who have been two of the best when it comes to recruitment in recent years, get signings wrong. Like structure's no excuse for not doing the basics as a manager, i.e., being a cohesive unit.
Exactly, because no one gets.
You know what it is. Yeah, with the whole Ten Hag flipping, the whole players thing. Yeah, it's that cool. Yeah, if you get players right. When he came in, furthermore, forget the players. When he came in, he didn't know about no Ineos, no nothing. So he didn't ask you for no structure. He didn't ask you for what he told you. I want to be able to veto this and veto that. He thought he could do what he wanted to do. So all this, he needs a structure. He came in here with he saw what was going on here, and he thought, I am that man. I am that guy. I can do this. Yeah. So all this talk about he needs a structure. He didn't. There was no structure when he.
Let me bring you the article, man.
And not only that, is that you see with what has to change with the whole situation with everything. Yeah, is that basically the board now have to start deciding how they want to play and what players they're going to be bringing in. They don't need to be bringing what the managers. You need to forget about managers. You understand? Because when you have a manager, you have to have. A manager is here.
Is it flawless, by the way? This is it flawless. This is what basically he said. He would not take the job if without control over transfers.
And that's where if we had the right structure, I think the manager should have a say on players being signed. But I don't think he should be in control. Of course, he should be there, but then that ties into when you're having a conversation, manager with the recruitment, with the DOF whatsoever. We're all on the same page. There should be the same thing.
You see, for me, for managers, managers have to be like, for instance, when Pep leaves, a manager can go into City and manage them because they know how to play, they know how to motivate each other, and they know how to get the job done. So you can manage that, you can oversee that. This club needs to come away from management and get coaches in, so they can get players, profiles that they can play in certain positions, and these men are brought in to coach them. To in-game manage. That's what they're meant to do, to coach and in-game manage. Not to manage it, not to oversee things and go on like transfers.
What's wrong with Steve McLaren?
If a man comes in and says, right, listen, what do you need? I need a striker. All right, cool. We're looking at this, and this. What one do you prefer? I prefer this one. Okay, cool. But this one, given the attributes, they come to a decision. I get that, yeah. But in terms of man talking about I want full control. I want to get this striker. Go and get me this striker.
I agree with you, Traps. That's the problem is that we've been doing names. And I've been saying this for the longest. It shouldn't be get me this or nothing. It should be a profile. So, for instance, even a player like Mount, who I don't want. All right, you want Mount. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe he does up cardio. He out there word to my guy Eddie running laps. Bring me out at 8, who's high energetic, runs laps, closes down, who's all right. I'll bring you a list of that. And you don't have to go and spend 60 million. That's a 20 million pound player. Mason Mount's just go cross country if you really want one of them. Technically half decent, kind of knows where the goal is. That's it. You don't have to give him the number 7 shot. That's where we're going wrong. It should be a list of names. No, sorry, a list of attributes for each position. Then you bring him a list of names with age, where they've played, injury record, etc., etc., and then you go from there. How can we figure that out? And I don't have no UEFA A or B license. I'm not qualified to work in the sport, and even I can figure that shit out.
Just
what is going on?
Another thing is
common sense, Adam.
Another thing that this club needs as well. Another thing this club needs when they're picking players now, they need to be looking at these players need to be mentally assessed, bro. They need to be mentally assessed.
I could
Do you have the mentality or the mental capacity to play for Manchester United?
They don't.
But if you don't, because if you're going to be having a good season, then you're going to be out drinking, then you're going to be missing training, or you're going to shit yourself in a derby or whatnot, or you got all this other, like, then it's going to be like, you can't play for this club. You need to have that mentality where it's like, you need to have this. Listen, I grew up off of siege mentality, us against the world. That is how us
against the world.
That's the kind of players you
us against the ghetto, us against the world. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you want to see. That's what you want.
You know that track, right?
That's what you want to see. That's what will make this club again. Siege mentality is us versus the world. This Ferguson had these men believing that your country, is not as important as Manchester United. Yeah, your country. Yeah, the country that you come from and represent is not as important as this club. This is the most important thing here. Yeah, and that's the mentality that you need from the players. Otherwise, you're not going to.
Did you see Delo at the end of the game win that free kick and he's looking around for a Man City player to pick him up? You know, usually players do it. They all just walk past him as if he's nothing. Like, I'm not picking you up. Do you know what I mean? You're the enemy. Do you know what I mean? Our players go around picking each other up. Bro. Yeah, exactly.
That's what you need.
Listen, man.
That's the mentality we need, man.
No, 100%, man. Listen, we got Everton next, and then I think let me just check the next couple of fixtures, even though it doesn't probably mean anything anyway, to be honest with you, before we wrap up and whatnot. Let me just bring it up right now. 1 sec. Guys, make sure you get the likes up. 2.5k in the building, man. We need 1.5k likes before we wrap up. 1.5k likes. Come on, people. Right, Everton on Saturday, and then we got obviously the FA Cup the weekend after. Then we got Brentford away, which they're fighting for their lives, won't be easy. And then we got Chelsea away, which won't be easy. Even though, listen, we shit on them, but listen, you never know. Liverpool at home, Bournemouth away, Newcastle, and then you could say that. Yeah, I mean, you should beat Burnley, you should beat Crystal Palace away, even though you never know. And then Arsenal and Brighton away. But then that's it, bro.
I'm looking at the pictures now, and this man could easily lose 15 games this season.
Every single one of them. I know. He said that as well. He could easily lose that, It's mad. When you actually deep it, he actually could lose most of them. And we've lost. I don't know. Let me just check the league table now. 1 second, people. So league table is as follows: 27 games played, 14 wins, 2 draws, 11 losses, 37 goals scored, 39 conceded, -2, 44 points. West Ham are 4 points behind us. Sorry, so West Ham are 2 points behind us. Newcastle are 4 points behind us, and we're now 6 points behind Tottenham.
Scroll down a bit.
Game in hand.
Scroll down a bit.
Yeah, Chelsea over there.
So what's that? 25. Everton had their points restored yet?
They had 6. No,
they had it restored. They had it restored.
No, they had 4 or 6. I think they had 6 or 4. They had 4 or 6.
4 points.
4 points added.
4 points swing. Yeah, 4 points swing. Yeah. So there you go. There you go, people, man. You know what I mean? Look at that. Burnley have scored how many goals? 37 goals they've scored. Man United have scored 37. We scored the same goals in Luton.
We scored the same amount of goals. So where are we on it? So we've only scored more goals than Burnley, Sheffield United, Nottingham Forest, Brentford. Everton, sorry. Who else? So what, we're 4th or 5th?
Palace.
What are we? The 4th lowest scorers in the league.
What a disaster.
Yeah, 4th, 5th. Yeah, 4th, 5th. Even Fulham got more goals than us. Jeez.
We just lost to
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Wolves have scored 40. What the fuck?
And they couldn't hit the
How am I
goal if they
looking at-
tried to.
How am I looking at teams and be like, yo, how many goals they scored and that? This is what Ten Hag has done
You know
to us,
what? I
man.
look at the
Yeah,
table and I
it's
find every
embarrassing.
team difficult to play against, and that just tells you how.
Yeah, I know.
bad we are.
Yep.
It tells you that
There
you
you
don't need
go.
a great structure again to do the basics and just be a cohesive unit.
Yeah,
That's tough to
structure.
beat.
People love those things that are like a bit abstract and in the air, and they are shapeless. So you can always rely on them because you can never test them against reality. So it's comforting to have something you cannot actually try and test it. You have a hypothesis. Like, for example, everything I say, you can test it and I could be proven wrong. And if I'm wrong, I say I said this and I got it wrong. Put it out there. You can test my hypothesis against reality. I think if we remove certain players and get another manager and pick other players, we will improve massively. But that could happen and I could get it all wrong. I don't believe we can win a Premier League with Rashford and Bruno in the team as starters. But if it happens, I'll be over the moon because we'll be England champion again. But I will be wrong, and that is fine. But process, structure, unicorns, stuff that doesn't, you can't touch it.
Wizards. Well,
I can't
For real.
Man's actually talking about fifth, yeah. Man's actually talking about fifth, like hoping for like a Man City Arsenal final for the coefficients and that. This is what
I've already got to think about Man City. So basically, what we're trying to say is, I've already got to think about Man City, Liverpool winning the league, yeah, and I'm thinking about who should win the league more. Then I've got to think. Then telling me to think about fifth position, and then think about whether Liverpool can help us out in the Champions League or whether Arsenal can help us out.
Arsenal
Arsenal
and City.
Yeah, forget that.
I swear
Arsenal,
I don't
Arsenal
actually give a shit, Champions League or not next season. I swear down to you, I don't give a shit, Like if I'd rather go 8th or 9th. Give me 8th or 9th.
Yes,
I don't want Champions League. You want a manager to come in, get new manager, get used to the squad and get his routines on the field. Do you know what I mean? That's what you want. The Champions League at this point is a distraction with these players.
Yeah, like you want a manager as well. And the Europa League is not only it's a European competition that you could potentially win, it's also a route into the Champions League as well. So if a new manager has the Premier League and Europa League, I'm not against that because at least he can see who he can work with and who he can't, and it's not at the highest level because Champions League is unforgiving. We've seen that.
Man United just need to finish in the deserved position. They didn't deserve third last season. They need to finish in there. They need to get what they deserve this year. So if it's 7th, 8th, 6th, 5th, it is what it is, yeah. But if you scumbag your way to the Champions League, yeah, it's just gonna be the same old shit again. Man United need to have a reality. You know what I mean? If you get Europa League, to be honest with you, I mean, Europa Conference for me, I'm not on that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Because you know what the Champions
Europa League, that's a good platform for a new manager to start. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you know what it is though. What I believe. Listen, I'm totally against the Europa League, yeah. But if a new manager comes in, he might be able to experiment certain players in the Europa League, yeah, and go with that team, and then go with because you know what it is. Unai Emery's got conference Football, and it's not really impacted his season as bad as what we thought it would be. You know what I'm trying to say to you? I thought they would have fallen off the cliff, but they haven't done. So they're still third.
When 4 months ago, man, was laughing at Emery.
No, but that was to become the next Man United manager, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not really too keen on him on my first choice."
Now Champions League, we don't need it, man, because you know what Champions League did to us this year? It just showed to the Turkish and Danish people how bad we are, because in case they didn't know, because that's all it does. There are some countries that still think United is big, and they are still good, and we just go to Copenhagen, and they're like, you know what, them lot are not that great. So
I did a match vlog on the Galatasaray game. The Turkish blew it up. Do you know what I mean? You should have seen the comments and that just blew it up. Them boys, they were loving it.
Big up, man. Listen, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. We're moving it. Everton. Last super chat here. Big up to Robbo says Erik ten Hag could talk tack it on a Dutch to the squad, and the result and the style would be the same. Rubbish. Get him out. GGMU. Yeah, man. Keep the spirits up. Like I said, no game this week, and I'm thank God, man. You know what's mad, yeah? I don't even want United to play nowadays, man. Like Saturday, maybe Saturday 12:30 is a good kickoff time because you can get over done with by 2:30. You can forget about United.
Enjoy the weekend.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Enjoy your weekend.
You know what, Saeed? I had
to kick off at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
I swear down, yo. Give me them 9 o'clock kickoffs in the morning and get. You know what I mean? Like get it over and done with by 11 a.m. and then
You know
enjoy
what?
my
By
weekend.
11
I
a.m.,
swear down.
your points dropped. Yeah, by 3 o'clock, by the time it kicks off again, everyone's happy. Yeah,
Yeah, you know what? I had the boozy
Yeah,
brush.
everyone's happy,
I had the
man.
boozy brush this morning, paid for university, and I missed it because it was at the same time at the derby. I had, you know what? I'm going to miss something that could be actually very fun to watch United get smoked.
you must be mad. You must be mad.
Bro.
This is here today. Yeah. Do you know what I did today? I put my phone in the car and I put it on in the car. I was doing whatever I needed to do today. I was not stopping for these lot.
Wow. Wow.
I ignored the
watched that
kids.
in the car.
Yeah. Listen, people, I don't know how many likes have we got currently. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly check it. It's been a crazy day today. 2.3K here, 1.2K likes. Let's get up to 1.5K. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please, like I said to you, big up to everyone who super chatted today as well. And yeah, man, big up to Ash. You hear me? Let them know, man, what you got coming up. Big up to you, man, as always, man. Good therapy. Good therapy at the end. I mean, at least you get therapy in the end.
Yeah, it does. It does. You get it off your chest, innit? Do you know what I mean? It feels like it's like you get the frustrations out, get it all gone. Do you know what I mean? Rinse it from the system, and yeah, feeling better. Now, I appreciate you having us on always, as always, Saeed. Do you know what I mean? And to the boys as well. Always a pleasure to speak to you and chat and that. Make sure you subscribe, Ash Meppers, YouTube. I'll be trying to do some more stuff with United and stuff like that. Not with United themselves, but you know how it goes with United content. And I'll be on Twitch tomorrow at 8 p.m. Finishing the weekend league. I'm going for 18-2 this weekend, so come watch over there, Ash Meppers, and anywhere really, Ash Meppers. But yeah, appreciate it as always, boys.
What? Is it Ultimate Team? Is it Ultimate Team you play?
Ultimate Team, yeah, smashing it, yeah. And hit the lights, boys. Do you know what I mean? Saeed, free content, offering a platform to all the lads out there. So, you know, much appreciated, Saeed. Massive, man.
Come on. Big up to you, man. Adam, thank you very much as always. Taking your time out. I know you got precious study time. So anytime we take out Adam's time, we have to repay you back someday, man. United not even repaying you back. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
It's all love. It's all love. I love talking about football, and the panel is great all the time. And thank you for having me. It's always very enjoyable. Always.
Yeah, man. Big up, bro. Chaps, talk to me. What are you saying?
Nothing, man. You know what it is, man. You know what it is, bro, man. You just know what it is, man. You know how it goes, man. Like, it's Groundhog Day. Obviously, Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to Wednesday. This Wednesday, you know, because I'm not gonna lie. Ty's been sentenced to 1,000 lashes, bro, for his crimes, bro. To Man United.
Oh yeah, you were talking about Mandem talk. Yeah, I was thinking what you were about. I thought you were talking about champs. But first,
yeah, this is gonna be Champions League quality. Trust me. Yeah, that cook is gonna be a Champions League quality.
I better from you, Traps, man, and everyone else on that show. You know what I'm saying? There's Champions League quality content creators on there. I expect nothing less.
This is what I'm saying, man. But yeah, other than that, obviously, do you know what? It's not even sad. It's not even sad. I'm not angry. I'm not even disappointed. I just, you know what? It's like, man, it's just, man, it's like, you know, like, it's like washing the dishes. You know, like you eat your food, it's nice, but you have to wash the dishes after. It's like, I just got to do it. That's it. You know what I mean? Man, just got to watch that. Just play shit. You know what I'm saying? We just got to watch them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what it is right now, man. But big up everyone, man. Big up everyone in the chat. Like the video, man. Get it to 15, 1.5K likes. And yeah, man.
Come on.
Big up Saeed, man.
Yeah. Big up, man. And then Flawless is live straight away after this, literally a minute time. Make sure you head over there. You get me, Flawless. Let them know what you got coming up, man.
Yeah, first and foremost, big up for having me as always, Saeed, man. Really enjoy the show all the time. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Much appreciate all the echo, what everyone else has said. Always good to see Ash Traps. It's been a minute. Adam been even longer as well. Bro. Big up the chat, though. Make sure you run up the likes here, first and foremost, and make sure you hit the subscribe button on Saeed's channel. But yeah, sports Q&A tonight. So we'll be answering questions, probably mostly, unfortunately, about the Manchester derby. But we're here, people. I ain't like Manchester United. We don't hide. So yeah, we'll be answering questions from the chat on the Q&A. So yeah, man, make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV because we're closing in on 10K. I think we're like 150 away. I think it's 150 subscribers.
Come on, bro. So, there's 2,000 people in, man. There should be 150 of these.
Yo,
come
150
on, man.
of you lot subscribe so we can do this
guys,
10K party and actually have some fun, man, and some joy away from Manchester United. And that being said,
he deserves it, man. You deserve it the most as well, man. You put
100%, man.
effort to your channel, bro.
Appreciate it. And for any NBA fans as well, make sure you get over to the Playback Sarcasm City TV because we're doing NBA watch-alongs over there. And if you have a league pass, you can watch along with us or it'll pop up on the screen. as well. So yeah, NBA League, NBA watch along, playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, or just download the app. But yeah, big up as always, Saeed, man, for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Obviously, absolutely, man. People, tomorrow midday live, man. LB, he already cooked me. I don't know if you see the guy when he cooked me on the video. He's already cooked me once. So he's gonna cook me tomorrow. So yeah, make sure you check out midday live, 12 o'clock. Couple of others as well, Roms, Don and all them lots there, and obviously Straight Jacket podcast. Me and Nuruddin tomorrow. We're gonna see how Nuruddin feels. I've not watched his reaction, so I'm gonna watch that as well. So yeah, man, guys, I'll see you next Sunday post Everton. We're out.